Everybody, welcome to the strange edition of Monday Night Mayhem.
Woo! Yeah!
What's up, everybody? So now, when I say the strange, that is the game we're playing, even though we are a bunch of strange characters normally as well. But we are playing a very cool RPG. It is called The Strange, and I'll have our game master Marks tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching live, you can chat in the YouTube chat going on there, or tweet us at Super Geeked Up. We play games every Monday night here, 8 p.m. Eastern. So we go back and forth between The Strange and Dungeons and Dragons. So that's what we'll be doing next week. All right. We always love hearing your comments, of course, and you can influence the game sometimes with what you say there in the chat. And I know we already have Anthony Davis Lister's mate watching, so thank you very much, sir. We always appreciate you tuning in. All right, so let's introduce, I guess, our characters first, briefly, right? And then, because I know. So thank you for folks if you're watching live for sticking around, and then we'll get to our game master, and he'll catch us up to speed. This is only our third time playing The Strange, so you haven't missed too much of what's going on. And by the way, if you go to supergeekedup.com and click on The Strange under the shows tab, you can get a lot more information, all the backstory stuff on our characters, so a lot more than we're going to tell you right now. All right, so let's. I guess we'll go to my character. There she is, Samantha Summers, goes by Sam. Okay, who the hell is she? Yeah, sorry.
Wow.
We had to do a lot of stuff just before we show started, folks, with the new character sheet. I won't get into all that. That's not exciting to tell about, but so.
Oh, it's very exciting.
Yeah, it was thrilling.
Technical issues are always fun.
I do want to give I'm gonna have to look up the name again. I do want to give a shout out to the awesome viewer who recommended this new character sheet we're using. That's going to keep track of all the different worlds we go to. It's going to be super helpful. So, Marks, if you remember,
it will be helpful, but I'd like to give a different kind of shout out at the moment. But anyway, that's all right.
Well, that's our fault, not his, though. He was being very helpful.
True.
So thank you, sir. Anyway, so yeah, Sam is what it's called. So she's an appealing spinner who entertains. A spinner, think of it, if you're familiar with D&D type stuff, it's kind of like the class of the character. So spinners are very good at like speaking to people, like telling stories, convincing people to do what they want, and like captivating their audience, that kind of stuff. So they're usually good, people. People. I don't know what I'm talking about. People
eaters. What?
Purple
people
eaters. Right. That's what they are. That's not at all what they are at all. People, person. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Anyway, so she is. Her thing is the entertaining focus, which means in this case, she is a very popular YouTuber. So she uses her ability to create all these kind of skits and other kind of fun short videos on YouTube that people find just fascinating. They can't stop watching them. So she has, millions of subscribers and views on YouTube. And the character Sigurd, who we'll introduce in a minute, is a huge fan of hers. He is not a fan of her junk food eating habit at all. So you'll usually see her eating different junk food each episode, which I'll have to come up with this episode. I'll have to see what she's going to be eating. And that's pretty much it. A very quick backstory is she was a very geeky kid in school who did not have many friends and was very shy. But when she found these new abilities, she became like kind of the life of the party. Everybody wanted to be around her, and she became kind of this awesome public speaker. So that's her in a nutshell. You can find a lot more about her on the website. But let's go over to Sigurd, since I just mentioned him. He's played by me.
Well, thank you very much. Yes. Oh, not that. No, you don't want to see that.
Oh my God! We're finding all this back information. On the characters.
Someone quick screenshot it. Yeah. Leaked info. Huh?
Blackmail him.
But says the lawyer.
Right? That's what I'm saying. He's a good lawyer. Oh man! If Sigurd could, I guess, put it into a simple phrase. Lancer is probably a warrior of words. But speaking of Sigurd, he is a wandering vector who excels physically, at least on Ardeyn and Earth, Ardeyn being his original home place. Growing up, it was a rather destitute and far out there village, obviously not within any of the city limits, and they couldn't, procure enough resources to become wealthy, much like the other towns nearby. On top of this, they were surrounded by hostile creatures in the environment itself. So what he did is he decided, hey, why not hunt these down and either obviously make great little, stuff them and, announce them around the town to attract visitors, or possibly tame them to sell as exotic pets. He was also much more stronger and endurable than all the other children, which almost leads to like this Herculean strength he now has. After a while, on an unsuccessful hunt, his very first unsuccessful hunt ever, which was without his brother who was injured in the previous hunt, he came back to his town and it had completely vanished. The ground beneath seemingly uplifted and taken someplace very far away. After grieving for a bit, he was beset upon by ambushers and left on the brink of death before being saved by a very particular paradox, and them both being led to the wonderful realm of Earth.
All right, what a wonderful realm it is. We'll get to that said paradox in just a minute. In the chat, Necrotius is also in the chat along with Lister's Mate. Hello, guys. Thank you for watching. Lister's Mate says, it's so nice that Nate is fixing his hair. That's so considerate of him. Okay, good. His very long hair.
Pretty for the folks.
Lister's Mate, when I was introing my character Sam, he says, yes, she's a spinner, not a spinster. That's very true. She's a little young. She's only 20 to be a spinster. Necrotius says, when I said captivating their audience, he says, so the opposite of you guys on the show. Just kidding.
No!
Yeah, good burn, sir.
Wow. Good burn, yeah. Ouch. I'm just going to call this the roast. The strange.
The strange roast.
The strange roast. I'm okay with this because it sounds like Remember when I said we were being sent to hell?
Yeah. Lister's Mate also says Sigurd's nickname needs to be Ziggy. Let's just call him Ziggy. Like he's a short, bald comic character.
The strange roast. It's the thing you don't want to pull out of the oven on Thanksgiving.
Oh no!
All right, let's go over to the paradox that Nate just mentioned. Hey, what the hell's your name? Oh yeah, Dorius. Sorry, we're new to this game. Characters' names, right?
Dorius Lamry. Yes, he is a strange paradox who shepherds the dead. On Ardeyn, which is his homeland, he's never quite fit in with the living and has always been more comfortable among the spirits of the dead, and has worked to help them find peace if they are wandering, and help them find their ways to the vaults of sleep. But the spirits sometimes give him other things to do, like maybe rescuing someone who got into a bit of trouble, like Sigurd. Or later, he helped with a certain court case by speaking to the spirit of the victim of a particular crime. And so now he helps to protect Earth in any way he can. And so we'll leave it at that for this evening.
All right.
We're about to learn much more.
That leads us to our next character, or last character for the introed, who was... Well, since Trip was unfortunately sick last time, he was just hanging out in a van most of the last show.
Right. But you know, Lancer is introverted, so really he was fine with that. He was just in character.
Yeah, you listen to your classical music, right?
Right, exactly.
He listened to an entire NPR program while you guys are doing that.
So this is Lancer, a.k.a. the Confessor.
Yes. So Lancer has an incredible gift of making people confess their sins, both in the courtroom and behind the scenes, you know, of evil people that have done very wrong things. And he did grow up in the Catholic Church, and as a young boy, he would often whisper behind the nuns and the priests back, "I know what you have done, and you should confess."
Wow.
What a lovely child.
It is a lovely child, yes. And I don't know, I'm going to start revealing some other things about Lancer. Lancer is a rather dark character, I'm afraid. Growing up, my father used to love beating my mom. And at the age of 10, I
no.
testified against my father and made sure that he was thrown away in prison for 5 years, and he never returned home or faced me again.
Nice.
And there's a fun thing too. You know, we all have different connections with the strange. And my connection is that at age 9, I intervened in a very vicious beating that my dad was giving my mom, and my dad threw me across a sofa, across the living room, and I bashed my head into a wall. And all I could see was red blood and the shadow of a dark winged angel over my father. And as the dark angel embraced my dad, I mouthed the words of the angel, which is, "You're going to fry in the pits of hell, and it'll truly be a glorious day when the devil is devouring your soul." So my dad never raised a hand against my mom again, and next thing he was in jail. Anyway, I won't go too far into it, but Lancer is known for 2 very infamous cases. One for bringing justice to victims of evil people in the Catholic Church, and the other victims of a serial killer. Although I guess technically it was a little too late for the victims of the serial killer. But he put the serial killer in jail. So there you go.
Very good.
Damn.
Yay!
Matter of
Happiness!
And, all right, folks. So there you go. So if you like the dark character, that's for you. If you like a lighter character, the opposite end, you'll have my character, who is going to be very energetic and talk about geeky stuff all the time. So you have both ends of the spectrum there. And interesting enough, they're both spinners. They're both the same type.
How strange.
Yeah.
How strange. Yes. In the chat, listeners may. Well, I told you in the chat, and Marks will tell you guys this in a second, that we're going to go travel to our first realm or world or whatever you want to call it today. And listeners may says, "Woohoo! It's a whole new world." Shut up, Aladdin. Yes. And Necrodia says, "Is it going to be the world that your D&D characters are in? Great mashup episode." I don't think we might not do that sometime. That is
that's Ardeyn. We're going to Ardeyn, not Eberron.
Yeah. No, but hey, man, we could meet our own characters from their D&D games.
Yeah, you never know. In the strange, anything is possible.
Special crossover episode. It's like the CW
Crossover with
shows.
ourselves. That'd be actually kind of fun, man. We playing like 2 different characters. We can like talk to ourselves.
Not confusing at all.
Right.
Hey, Marks, like the last episode of Legends of Tomorrow, talking to yourself.
Oh wow! Yes.
There you go.
Fine, but you're not going to do it. Fine.
No, just don't call us heroes. Call us legends.
Anyway, the person I was referencing who told us about this really cool character sheet we're using now is Angelo Diego Crabulo. So thank you very much, Angelo. We appreciate it. And you're going to see the folks us using this new sheet. So instead of just number roll, so if you can go over to the roll part of the sheet. Instead of just number rolls, you're actually going to see like different, kind of like we see here, different like weapon descriptions or skill descriptions, like we do in our D&D game now. So that's pretty cool, I think. And if you're new to Roll20, you're seeing the map on the main part of your screen, and our character tokens on the right side. You're going to see different roles and stuff that we're doing there. All right, so let's turn things over to Marks, our game master, who will catch us up on what's going on. And I guess maybe give a very brief thing about what the Strange is if you're new to it.
All right, so The Strange is obviously a role-playing game created by Monty Cook Games. Monty Cook and Bruce Cordell, who's the person that came up with the story concept and everything and co-created. He's both of them, him and Monty Cook, are like really known game designers, especially with Dungeons & Dragons. They've done a lot of Dungeons & Dragons work, various editions. And Monty Cook Games has been coming out with a lot of cool indie-produced games. And The Strange was their second game. It uses a game system called the Cypher system. It's sort of a simpler or rules-light kind of game system that helps move the story along but not get too number crunchy. And in The Strange, concept is that because of some kind of alien network created long, like billions of years ago, who knows what it was exactly created for, it has warped and changed over the years, and it creates these pocket dimensions in space. And these pocket dimensions, kind of like those story worlds, like from Once Upon a Time, if you watch that show, for example, where this fictional leakage has created all these different worlds that could have Sherlock Holmes or the Land of Oz or Wonderland, for example. They also could have some really crazy stuff, and these different recursions, as they're called, also act as sort of barriers for Earth against possible threats too from other worlds. But anyway, our characters, our heroes, are people who are so-called quickened. They're able to travel these different worlds through what's called translation, and they become part of the reality of that world. So instead of just like jumping through a Stargate and just the same people, they actually reappear as different versions of themselves. So they might have, on Earth, they might be just a guy with guns, for example, and then pops into a fantasy world. Now he's got a magic wand or something, and he casts magic spells. So
on a Rook or Rook and become made of metal.
Exactly. So there's different worlds of mad science and psionics and magic, all sorts of craziness that can happen. Yes. And what these guys have been doing, they're part of this group called the S.T.E.A.M, as a secret group on Earth, that their goal is to protect Earth from potential threats from these recursions, and also to explore these recursions using these quickened type of operatives. And these newer agents or new operatives did some training missions, stopped a prisoner transfer that went crazy with some monsters, and then they were sent on their first field mission, which was to watch this recursion miner. That basically just means it's a guy who travels different worlds and trades or grabs items and stuff. Named Tom Millard, who is under observation but isn't believed to be a threat. But as they were investigating his house, after a few almost missteps with nosy neighbors, they were able to break in without setting off an alarm and get inside to investigate. And they found a bunch of really weird stuff, including references to some person called the Master, to ruins underneath the city called Shalmarn, something about the Gospel of Lotan, and some stuff like that. They've also found some ciphers, which are sort of like one-use magic items in a way, and also they encountered some traps. Dorius. What's your name?
Dorius, yeah. I found some traps.
It felt just like home.
Felt just like home.
He found a staircase trap that slid him down to some spikes. He was able to narrowly escape. Then they opened up a wardrobe down in the basement where what appeared to be something like a mummy came out and attacked them, hurting Sam pretty bad, actually. But they were able to stop it and kill whoever it was wrapped up, because they did find a person wrapped up in those bandages. And they found what appeared to be a recursion key, this painting that people like them who are quickened can kind of focus in on and meditate and appear in a set location in another dimension. So they last decided to get Lancer, who was sleeping in the van, and he was watching the van. And,
God damn it, leave me alone!
By the way, they almost forgot about you. I had to remind them. They were like, "Let's go." I'm like, "What about Lancer?"
Sons of bitches.
Hey, we thought he wanted to keep listening to his NPR.
Yeah,
And
okay.
You guys are going to go and go through the recursion key and see where you pop up at.
All right, let me share some things in the chat first before we get going here. So based on when Trip was talking about Lancer, the listeners made it said, "Oh, that's a lovely backstory that Lancer has." And the Crotia says, "What a totally normal, average, everyday family backstory. Not strange at all." Oh yes, and then Necrodia says, "Oh shit, and here I thought the backstory was due to a wormhole generator created by Quinn Mallory. Excellent Sliders referencer." Mark's and I actually were talking about Sliders on our PC Action Hour show last night.
Nice.
We were.
I could use some sliders.
Yeah, all right, that's a different kind of slider.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Now we're all.
All right, so you guys are gonna focus in on this painting and use the recursion key, right?
Okay, wait. So Lancer is in the house with us now, right?
Yeah. You guys, somebody went and got him.
Great.
Okay.
Sam will be like, Lancer, there you are. You missed all the fun. And by fun, I mean this gross mummy attacked me, and it was really disgusting.
Great. Looks like I didn't miss anything. All right. What's this painting?
So, quick question though for you, Marks. I know the first time we got 2 XP towards actual advancement. Did we get any last session?
Yeah, you got 1 XP towards advancement for sure.
1 XP towards advancement. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember if I have any. Since I lost the information on the last sheet, I can't remember if I had any in the other pool.
What? This character sheet is amazing. Why are you complaining?
No, I love this sheet.
The
sheet is
awesome. Actually is really
awesome.
awesome. So thank you, Angelo.
Thank you.
It's
Going to have to grow on me.
it's the difficulty in translating that we had.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We just switched over to a new world, and our minds just haven't adjusted.
Right.
You know.
Oh, just like the game. And Strange. You need that adjustment period.
Which is exactly what I was going for there.
Yeah. So
right.
when you guys translate, you guys can assist each other and stuff, right?
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so
Yeah.
Dorius is doing what's it called? The initiation?
The initiation, if I remember right, that's what I'm good for, is starting the process.
I can hasten it as a spinner. Or
Same here.
And then,
So,
as a vector, Sigurd can ease the translation.
right.
I think my big boon to starting the translation is that if something's going awry, we get a reroll.
Oh,
Cool.
schwank.
Yeah. So how's this translation work?
Sounds good.
I love it when the game master says stuff like that.
I know, right?
We try
Well,
not to
until
die.
you know, you say, all right, you show up in Ardeyn.
Yeah.
That was
Well, I
perfect.
think
That works.
I would like to think it could, I don't know, work almost however you want to describe it, right?
Of course.
Yeah. I think we're not going to worry too much about rowing and stuff. And you got a recursion key, so I don't think it's too big of a
I mean,
deal.
we've got a thing that basically knows where we're going.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you do a visual though? Like, are we putting the key into the painting? Is that or what happened? Or is it an actual key? Is it a key or?
No, so the painting is the key.
Ah, okay.
And so you guys are like staring into the painting, because when you do translations, it's like in a trance, right? You're like meditating and kind of imagining this place, and then you appear there. But with the painting, you're like focusing in on the painting, and it kind of pulls you in and takes you to this new world.
And you say this was a painting by someone known, right? There was a name, right? Who did this painting?
Wasn't this done by the master?
I
Or?
think it's done by the master, yeah.
Yeah. And these are all paintings of Ardeyn, right?
Yeah.
It's like funky type of painting, actually. It's
Yeah, I believe one of them was of the master, though, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, you did find a picture of the master. I guess I could show that over to Lance, to Trip, because he hadn't seen that. So let me show you.
I
that.
think one of us should have to be a nude model. And the others of us should have to paint them.
Look at that rugged man.
Well, obviously Sigurd will be the new model with all his muscles.
Right. Well, he's something.
He's badass looking, I think, man.
Yeah.
Good villain. He's got a monocle. That makes him awesome just by that.
I'm not so big of a fan of the cap he is currently wearing, but style points for it being just made of gold.
Cap.
Sure.
Isn't he bald? Oh, he does have a cap.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
couldn't
feel
tell.
like his pose, he's like, look at my tattoo.
You
Yeah,
want
man.
to wrestle?
You got a tat. All right. Yeah.
He's in a cool background though. Kind of like it's a little steampunky to me almost. The background.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, so the painting's like kind of funky type of painting. It's not actually. It doesn't look like that. Like a fractal scape type of painting.
Okay.
I think one of you thought it was maybe inspired by mathematical chaos theory or something. Artsy.
All right. Cool.
And they did find a room where painting had occurred in the location. I forgot which, upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sam is, I think.
So you guys focus in on this painting, right? I'm not gonna worry about the rows and stuff because I'm not 100% sure how it works, and I don't think you guys are gonna have problems going through it anyway.
Yeah, we got the key and we're covered on like every basis, so.
And nobody's chasing us, so it's not like a life and death thing where we're trying to get through as fast as we
It
can.
would suck if you're staring like,
right.
Oh, Mark, let's try again.
Oh, hey, the mummy.
Yeah, wait. Are you sure? Is the mummy dead? Is it really dead? Like dead? I know it was already dead.
There's all four of you, like a POV shot from the painting. The four of you stare at the painting, and then the mummy raises up from behind you. So you guys are all just staring at this fractal scape, type painting, and everything starts getting kind of wibbly wobbly and feeling kind of bouncy a little bit.
Yeah, that's a little Doctor Whovian. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool.
And then suddenly, boom, snap, and now you're in this other room. Looks like it's like a windowless room. It's covered floor to ceiling with shelves and racks, different kind of foods and utensils, and you see like burlap bags with grains. There's different barrels.
Okay.
And there's like a big wide open spot inside this room, and there's a door, and you hear like noises, like almost something like pots and pans or something getting moved around and stuff, and clanging around stuff through the door.
Like right outside.
Before we do this, Nate, can you show our characters and Ardeyn to people?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Because one of the cool things, folks,
maybe
is
we
that
should.
Oh yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Sure.
I was saying one of the cool things, folks, is our characters actually look different depending on all the different worlds we go to. So these are like the fantasy renditions of our characters. So there's Sam. That's how she's looking.
Actually, I could probably get everybody up here.
Oh yeah, great idea.
Cool.
And maybe we should briefly tell the audience what our focus is, but we also need to know each other's focus because I've forgotten too. I mean, this is the first time.
Oh, it's true.
So there's Lancer, who looks like God in this world.
Just a bit.
Moses.
Well, my focus actually, I'm just gonna for now keep the same. Mine can is draggable, so I'm just keeping with the entertained focus.
Let's see.
Lancer yours is different now, though, right, Lancer?
Yeah. So Lancer channels the divine. Still introverted, but channels the divine. So now my focus is much more on protecting the divine incarnations, which are no longer actually, visible or anything on this in this world, but anybody that dares speak ill of the incarnations, I will be up in their business.
Okay.
And a couple other things. I mean, in a way, I think this is a little more of a traditional, almost cleric sort of role for those of you who play Dungeons and Dragons. But the two main powers that I have, I still have a terrifying presence, and I can still enthrall people. But the main things that I do now is I can essentially heal other party members, 1d6, that can just kind of go into any pool of healing, regaining stats. And then my other thing is I can basically banish demons or evil things.
Nice.
So there you go.
Very cool.
Rider of the Righteous.
Yeah.
I can't seem to locate.
Yeah, it hasn't been shared with you, I guess. So if you want to see Dorius, you can go to the supergeekedup.com, click on the Strange. You can see his Ardeyn version up there. I believe it's already up there, folks. And so Sam, she's keeping the entertaining focus. So in this kind of a world, I do kind of treat her as very bardic. I'm kind of thinking, kind of storytelling.
Nice.
Would make sense here. But Marks, like the picture, can I say I have a short bow here in Ardeyn?
Sure.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Do same damage as your other weapon.
Yeah. And then let's see, Sigurd is his different? His focus?
He's still the same. Excels physically because it didn't change much from hunting extremely dangerous beasts to being a bouncer at a sleazy dive bar.
Right.
But now you look like a badass warrior.
Yeah, he does. Look at that with his big warhammer there, right?
Right. It is a familial warhammer that has been passed down from generation to generation.
Oh, nice. And Dorius, well, your is Shepherds of Dead is your one here, right?
Yes, Shepherds the Dead is my Ardeyn focus. So I don't know if that would be considered not really necromancer, but kind of, or you could put it as a neutral or more good-leaning version of necromancer, in that he's able to speak with spirits, or maybe like a medium would be kind of where he is.
Actually, yeah, a medium would be a really good term for that.
Medium would be a pretty close term for it. Is what he does. And to some degree he can command spirits to answer questions right now.
All right. In the chat, we got people commenting on how we look here in Ardeyn. So Lister's Mate says now Ziggy, meaning Sigurd, looks like Thor. He is Thor-like. Yes. Lister's Mate says Lancer looks like God. Yes, which I agree. And Crodius says, yep, he has a terrifying presence on every show he is on. Kidding.
Hey!
The Crodius is full of burns today. He's on fire there.
Apparently.
Right?
That was like a Mark's pun I just did. That was terrible. All right.
You burned yourself.
Yeah. Oh, you got Dorius. There he is. Good job.
Indeed.
All right. All right, good. So I guess we can, we can, I guess, leave those up for a little bit until we get a map up or so, I suppose, right?
Yeah, and I guess I could pop that up real quick for you.
Anyway, all right. So once we get here, though, Sam will be like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is amazing!"
and then Sigurd and Dorius both look noob.
Hey, you guys are the noobs on Earth.
Right.
But look at this cool costume, and I got a cool bow and a cloak. I can't go around with a cloak on Earth. I look like a weirdo.
I guess I can't call those fucking demons to court now.
No, but you have one impressive beard.
Right?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right, so on the map now, or on the screen, you see Ardeyn. Yeah, Ardeyn. And it gives you kind of an idea of the shape. It's obviously a world with magic upon it. And I'll tell you, whenever people translate, one thing that might be interesting to know is this translation process is almost like 3D printing. Like you're printing off a person in there. Yeah, they appear. And I guess people who aren't quick and can't notice that people suddenly appear. They just kind of wrap.
You mean if we trip and fall, we shatter? I'm sorry. I've had really bad experiences with 3D model things that just are brittle. Anyway,
it's a little more high tech.
All right, good.
Also, whenever you appear in another recursion, we got two of our players here are from this realm, so this recursion, so they know about it. But if the other people, when they first appear, they get a little bit of knowledge about the recursion that just pops in their head. So I'll tell you guys a few things that pop in your head. Some of you already know this. Some of you, it's just popping in your head if this is the first time you've been here. Now, you know that this realm operates under the law of magic, and it's influenced by Sumerian myths. You also know that the entire land is built upon the petrified body of a god called Lotan, the Sinner.
Ooh.
You also know that the Maker and 7 incarnations who safeguarded Ardeyn are dead or missing, except for the Betrayer, who was once the incarnation of war before he murdered the Maker.
What a swell guy.
Yeah. And you also know that the spirits of the slain live on in this recursion, and they're drawn into the subterranean night vault. So a recursor who dies in this place would leave behind a spirit subject to the same rules of death.
Ooh.
So some stuff pops in your head. And you see that the sun kind of circles around the world. And if you could see it, well, actually, I guess you can't see it. You see this overhead view. It's sort of like a body in a fetal position.
Yep.
Ah,
So
interesting.
Wow. Yeah, you're right.
Chat listener says Dorius looks like a cartoon version of Keanu Reeves from The Matrix. His Ardeyn character. He kind of does, actually.
I mean, hey, no, you know, Keanu Reeves. I'd take that as a compliment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, frankly, from The Matrix.
Right?
So, it could take a little while for you to kind of acclimate to this, but with all you've helping, I think it only takes like 1 round at this point, right? The Vector, I think.
Probably so. Well, and then Sigurd's able to take away a lot of our illness by deep massages, right? A little sports training, deep massage. You know,
a few jumping jacks.
Everybody stretch.
Right?
Let's do some light calisthenics. And
I'm 85!
But you're much more limber here, so get to it.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right, so we're in like a smallish room. Is that what you said?
Yep.
And pots and pans clanging.
Nate, why don't you can either leave those up or leave the map up maybe of Ardeyn. I would say one or the other for now.
One or two, yeah.
Your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And we hear clanging from another room, right?
Uh-huh.
Does anybody smell dinner? I feel like I've been stuck in a van for a full day.
Oh yeah, you don't know this, but you Sam brought donuts, so you had donuts in the van.
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
they're all different kinds. You know, like jelly filled, Bavarian cream filled, glazed, powdered.
Oh, here's a question for you, Mark.
Uh-huh.
If Sam had candy on her, does the candy change now that I've come into Ardeyn?
Yeah, I guess so.
Can she be candy coated?
No, because that's really gross because you're an old man in this game. And you're supposed to be fighting.
Let me tell you about the virtues of the incarnations.
Yeah. You're supposed to be fighting against people doing that to young boys and girls.
Really? Oh, sure. You're of age. Dear God. Anyway.
All right. So, okay. Well, so I'd asked in the chat for people that give suggestions on candy, and actually, listeners made it said the same thing I was thinking of, which was Reese's Pieces. So, what would Reese's Pieces become over here? I'm trying to think in Ardeyn.
Yeah, what's a fantasy version you guys can think of?
Skittles.
Well, I mean,
I figured Taste the Rainbow is
I don't know, like
everywhere.
what kind of? I guess I don't know. I mean, I guess there obviously could be some kind of chocolate over here, of course. I'm sure.
What about Turkish Delights?
I was literally just about
Like
to say
walks
Turkish
through
delights.
the wardrobe, and that's
what is a Turkish delight?
well, that's from like Chronicles of Narnia, but I think it's like a taffy, like a delicious taffy thing.
Oh, okay.
But clearly you get addicted to it, and then the Ice Queen steals your soul, basically, and makes you rat out your brothers
Fair
and sisters.
trade, honestly.
Fair enough.
Okay, I could go with that. That it's changed into some kind of taffy. That would.
I mean, that is delicious if you're talking delicious.
Yeah,
It's delicious betrayal.
it is very sweet. I unfortunately can't have them, but if I was able to.
Cool. All right. Well, Sam will reach into her Reese's Pieces and pull out taffy and be like, Oh my god, my Reese's Pieces tastes so daffy. But then she'll start eating it anyway.
Sigurd, do you have diabetes?
Well, Sigurd, it does not, but me, yes.
Oh. Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry, man.
Don't even worry about it. I've been living with it for 15 years.
Exactly.
I've never complained.
There you go.
Oh, by the way, Necrodia says, "How dare you, good sir? Skittles can never be compared to Reese's Pieces." LOL.
Well, I was thinking of something magical.
And Lister's Veda said the candy turns into apples and oranges. They say a healthier version.
Well, Sigurd would approve.
Yeah, maybe dates or figs.
Ooh,
Yeah,
figs would work. Especially if they're preserves. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, or like candied figs.
Or fig leaves if your clothes disappear when you translate.
It's like the Terminator when you time travel, your clothes disappear.
I need to close your boot and your motorcycle.
That would be a whole interesting spin on this. Anyways, so realistically, do I smell dinner?
You do smell some odors of food and soups and such.
Is it a good smell?
Yeah, you think so? Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if you're hungry.
Okay. So looking around the room, does this look more like a pantry or some kind of vault, perhaps?
Yeah, it looks something like a pantry.
Okay. Well, I think we're able to take a pretty good assumption as to where we are. However, we have no idea what's actually on the other side of the door. Sigurd will hushfully, ask the group, what kind of approach should we make?
Sam will try to respond, but there's so much taffy in her mouth, you can't understand.
So anyway, I just walked through the room, out to where, and I was like, follow me. And I just stride forward into the next room, wherever the clanking is coming from.
Wow, all right, this guy just does whatever he wants.
All right.
Yeah, no, Sigurd raises his brows in surprise, but he just shrugs and follows
Well, I figure I was saying God has come to greet you.
If you're wondering how we got here, ask the spirits.
Right. But I do just stride into the room and see who's there.
All right. All right. You open a door.
Sure.
And you see what appears to be a kitchen.
Yep.
There's a Quifilium that's that appears to be cooking. You can see he's heavily scarred, and he kind of, and what a Quifilium, I guess I should say to everyone, there's only two major sentient species on this world, compared to other fantasy worlds where you have elves and stuff, and that's humans and Quifilium. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Let me give you an example of what one looks like.
Oh, cool.
Excellent.
And just by the way, these are pictures, artwork from the company, from My Cook Games. So,
not our characters are not, folks, but the map of this ours. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I remember what.
Gotcha.
Oh, reminds me of Anubis, the Egyptian.
Now, he's not armed up or anything, but you can see that they have those kind of ears. They're like a dog type looking species. So,
okay,
this is what would be one of the mercenary versions of them.
Okay.
So, don't think he's armored up and he's cooking.
Sorry. In terms of, I guess, malleable relationships with the other obvious, sentient species being human, are they on good terms?
Relatively. So, to give you a little bit of a slight history lesson, the Quifilium, they used to be immortal and they had wings, and they served the incarnations. And whenever everything went down and the Maker died and incarnations ceased to be incarnations, the Quifilium, a lot of their cities fell to the skies and turned into ruins over the years, and they lost their wings, they lost their immortality, and somewhat lost their purpose in a way, because there was a different a division of them for each of the incarnations. They serve the incarnations. So there were war ones, there were desire, commerce, etc. And after that, they had to find, a new purpose. And some of them, like these guys, like you're seeing there, became mercenaries. Especially the ones that used to serve war. They no longer serve him because he's called the betrayer. He's like a very evil bad guy in this world. So, so I'll give you a little bit of a lesson on them.
So they're basically like a humanoid with a dog head.
Yeah.
Cool.
Humanoid
So
dogs.
in walking out, once I see them, I hold my hands, where they can be clearly seen, and I say, "Blessings of the incarnations upon you, sir. Whatever you're cooking smells delicious. Me and my friends apologize. We have no intentions of harm here. We consider us friends, but we seem to have stumbled into your pantry for some unknown reason. Apologies.
He just kind of raises up a little bit, or from his crouch, or like bent over, and looks up at you, and just kind of goes, And he comes back and continues cooking and messes with the pots and pans. Doesn't seem to really care.
Oh,
All right, fair enough.
That was easy.
true that.
So you see in this kitchen that there's another door. There's the door to the pantry that you just came out of, and there appears to be another door.
Well,
All right. Would you like to just go on through?
might as well. Again, the people here seem friendly enough.
All right, I just go ahead and stride on through then.
All right.
Kind of prepare.
Sam will follow, but she'll tell the dog guy, "Your soup smells great."
He doesn't really seem to acknowledge what you just said. He's just working away.
As long as you don't grab up a bone and go, "Here, boy! Here, boy!"
No, I wasn't going to do that. That's really offensive.
Gosh, Lancer's apparently very racist in this recruitment.
Oh, man.
In the chat, listeners made saying, "Where's the Eye of Ra?" And someone called Teal'c. That's some Stargate SG-1 reference.
Yeah.
Because again, I bet this was based off of Anubis. I bet this race,
They look a little bit like it, don't they?
which is the Egyptian jackal god. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So as you walk through the door, you come into this sort of commons room. There's multiple tables, enough tables to seat around 30 or so people, and there's a bar area. You see about patrons at the tables and bars. There's about 6 or so different people. You do see Equilibrium armored up, kind of like the dude you saw in that picture, and then a number of different humans, male and female humans. And then there's a woman in leather robes kind of at the bar area.
So, Marks, with the wealthy attribute that I have, does that translate between worlds? It's like...
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. I'm just going to assume it does. So, I look in my pouch. I assume there's whatever the equivalent of $500 in crowns, and I take out whatever 150 and put it on the counter. I say, "Around for everybody, bartender, ciders and beers."
And they're like, "Yeah!"
And I say, "Blessings of the incarnations to all."
Sucker's like, "This is a religion I can get behind."
Now somebody else take the lead. I've done enough. Somebody else.
So Mark, you said that. Well, yeah, there's obviously food here too, right? So, all right. So Sam will ask then Dorius and Sigurd, "Hey, so in this land, what's good to eat?"
Oh, geez. What's not good to eat, aside from poison?
And pretty much. Depends on where we are, which
Okay, where are we?
we're not real clear on.
Lancer takes 15 minutes in the water closet to take a few moments to himself because he's actually introverted, and that was his court appearance, and now he has to take some time to himself. Okay.
I'm actually going to step outside just to try and get a sense of where we are.
Well, Sigurd would have really no idea because aside from venturing into the wilderness to hunt wild beasts, he was not too much of one for travel.
All right, well then Sam will go up and order whatever that awesome tasting smelling soup was. She'll order that.
Okay, cool.
Compliments to the chef.
Yes.
All right, there'll be like a crown for that, and the bartender brings out the soup for you. Well, Dorius or Darius? I keep forgetting.
Dorius.
When Dorius, have you traveled around a little bit? Have a general idea of some of the areas?
He's traveled some. I mean, mostly along the Path of the Dead, the road that along that upper section of the map.
That's actually the name of the road, Path of the Dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, lovely place to go.
Right.
Okay. When you walk out, you see, this street area, different stores and such, and people traveling across or walking back and forth and around and on horseback or not. You do see that on this sort of tavern, it says a Lamb's Blood Tap. And you do, I'm pretty sure one of those photos that you guys were looking at did mention Lamb's Blood Tap.
Yes, I recall something like that. And also another location, some kind of marketplace.
Yeah, so I think that, Lamb's Blood Tap, and let me just take a look here.
And by the way, so while he's outside, after she finishes her soup, Sam will regale the people in the tavern with the amazing tale of Frodo Baggins and Gandalf and the One Ring.
That should take a couple days.
Yeah.
She'll do the condensed version.
Okay.
Or she'll just tell them part one.
All right.
One.
Small man got ring. Small man
You're
take
going to
ring.
give it a little taste, and then because they want to come back for more.
There you go.
So one of the files or dossiers was called Ramus of Ardeyn. It showed a picture of a woman in heavy leather robes. It talked about how she owned a place called Lamb's Blood Tap in a city called Shalmarn. There was a timeline there of travel between Shalmarn and what you believe is a safe house for the state in Hazarium.
Okay.
Necrodius has a good question in the chat. He says, actually, Lister's mate does, sorry. Does Sam and Lancer speak Sigurd and Dorius' language now? Since we are in Ardeyn.
I think
yes.
Assuming, right, we know when we translate, we know the language, right?
it's the makers.
That was a good question, though.
If I'm not mistaken, the comparison is basically you're almost like you've lived there pretty much your entire life, except obviously you're just now placed in a different realm of reality.
Right.
Yep. So that's why this game is, to me, it's like Matrix meets Once Upon a Time in a lot of ways.
That's a pretty good analogy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Or go ahead. You were still.
No, go ahead, Jeff.
You said there was some woman at the bar dressed in leather or something. What did you say?
Yes.
Yeah, leather robes.
So that might be Ramus.
Wait, who's?
Could be.
I was looking at the chat. Ramus is somebody you just told us about. Sorry about that.
Yeah, one of the files that Sigurd found was a dossier on Ramus, who owned the Lamb's Blood Tap.
Right next to the computer. Yeah. Just
Oh,
make sure she doesn't
that's the name of this place.
Yes.
And I've definitely been to
Hazarium?
Hazarium. Yeah.
Whatever you do, just make sure Ramus doesn't taunt you.
Why is that?
That's bad. That's bad. Shame on you.
Oh, I missed the joke. Whatever it
I'm
was.
sorry.
It's a League
I'm
of
sorry.
Legends thing.
Oh, get out of here with your League of Legends jokes.
There's a character in League of Legends called Ramus.
I'd rather have Marx's puns.
Yes, his are at least funny.
You say you'd rather have Marx's buns?
What? Yes, I always about Marx's buns, but I was talking about his puns.
Buns is what I heard.
Just don't tell his wife. Anyway, so wait, what
Well,
did
since
the
you guys
dossier,
asked, now
what did the dossier tell us about Ramus?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
What did the dossier tell us about Ramus besides that she owns this?
Oh, it said that that she owned this place, that she'd been traveling between Shalmarn. Shalmarn is where this is the city that this place is at, Lambswood Tap, and travel between there and a safe house in Hazarium. There's stuff in there that makes you think that that there's like references that lamb's blood, and also reference it to a state as the Shalmarn watch post. So,
An estate agent?
it's possible. It seems like that's what the dossier that Mallard had seemed to indicate.
And with the timetables, maybe he's trying to set up to hit a shipment between the Lamb's Blood and the estate safe house.
It's very plausible.
Why else have the timetables? It's
Right.
not. I mean, he obviously knew that he defeated anything watching him on Earth. You know, nobody would be necessarily looking for him here.
Okay. Well, Sam's gonna go up and talk to her then.
Okay. So what do you say when you walk up to her?
She's standing or sitting at the bar. Is that where she is?
Yeah, she's kind of staying off the side, like looking at some papers and kind of watching over the place a little bit.
Okay. She'll say, hi there. Are you the owner of this fine establishment? I must say your food and drink are amazing.
So, so she goes, why, thank you. I noticed you seem to have been coming out of the kitchen.
Oh, yes. The smell was so intoxicating. We just couldn't resist. We had to see. We tried to get the recipe, but your chef is a man of few words.
Oh, you mean Zerk? Well, he's mute, so.
That would explain.
I did not see that one coming.
I'm sorry. What?
He definitely seems to know his way around the kitchen.
Oh, yes, he's great cook. So, what can I help you with? And I'm sorry, what was your name?
Oh, shit. Out of character, I just realized I wanted to come up with a different name for her, but I didn't. So I guess I'm just using her real name.
Wait, what about you could just throw around the letters like Amanthus.
Amanthus?
Manthus. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful name.
Is this some other joke I'm not getting? Or you're...
It's kind of like Mantis.
Well, I mean, you know, if you want to.
Just go by
I see.
Ramus.
You're changing the letters of her name. I get it. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mass.
What?
I was thinking reverse the letters of Sam to Mass.
Oh.
All right, she'll just use her real name. She'll say, "I'm Samantha," but she'll use her full name here, so shortened.
You could say Juicy Couture.
What?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
What?
She'll say, "Yes, I'm Samantha. And what's your name?"
Well, hello, Samantha. It's a rather odd name. I don't think I've ever heard that around here. My name is Ramus.
Oh, yeah, that's because I'm not from around here. Ever hear of a place called Earth?
She just kind of looks at you and goes, "Why don't we go back over here in the kitchen?"
Oh, great, more delicious food. Good idea.
All right, about this time I flush the toilet and come out. I soon see them walking into the kitchen.
Looking over to
all
Sigurd.
right, I follow to the kitchen.
Yeah,
That was graceful.
Sam will kind of wave you guys on.
Well, for lack of a better term, efficient, I suppose.
So y'all can follow.
Sure. Might make things easier.
Okay, you kind of step in there, and Zerk kind of looks over a second, kind of shrugs, and gets back to cooking.
Blessings of the incarnations on your fine facilities.
Who are you saying that to?
To the toilet as I'm walking away from the bathroom.
You should be like, nobody go in there. And
Yeah,
like,
nobody go in there.
I had to cast out some demons.
Yeah, when I slay demons, that's what I mean. Don't go in there.
Alrighty. So anyway, you walk in there, and Ramus kind of turns around and goes, kind of whispering, goes, "What do you think you're doing?" It's like, you can't talk about Earth.
Oh, well, I was trying to see if you were working for the estate.
Well, obviously, good thing.
Hey, this is our first mission. Cut us some slack.
I
can
shake
kinda
my
tell.
head and say, "She pulled a Samantha again. Oh, Samantha."
Oh man, I thought it was pronounced Earth.
All this time, how embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
So she's like, well, okay, well, what are you doing here? Are you trying to blow my cover, or is it happening?
I'm sorry, that was actually really funny.
I'm not. I'm not.
We're looking for a guy named Tom Mallard.
Tom Mallard?
Well, here,
That's his name. I didn't pick it out for him.
he might be referenced to as the Master. Well, he totally adds the dramatic flair to the end.
Okay, well, I do know of Tom Mallard. I know he's supposed to be a recursion miner, and I have seen him around here. He seems to be really interested in the Quifilium ruins beneath Sharmon. And he's visited here a few times. I mean, how do you know Mallard?
Oh, strangely enough, he knows a decent bit about you.
Really?
At least back on Earth, yes. Documentation and whatnot.
Like what?
Well, it was, for some reason, jotted down your name, the fact that you, I guess, own this, or are the proprietor of this establishment. And, let's see. He seems to be...
I think he's stalking you. He's a real creeper.
Yes.
There may be nude photos involved. Illustrations, I mean.
Right.
But don't worry, he's a really bad artist.
No, he's quite the master, actually.
I thought the title was supposed to be ironic.
Well, I don't know what Mallard and a master are supposed to have in common. I mean, maybe he's working for the master, or he's been forced to work for him or something. The only thing I know about the master is that he's sort of this local boogeyman here with the people. He appeared several years ago with a small army of Sark.
Oh.
And I remember the locals told me that he tried to get into the Quifilium ruins beneath Sharmon back then, and he overran the city with Sark in the process. And I wasn't really around. That's just what I heard about.
Hey, what are Sark?
But
Does anything to do with Tony Stark?
Not at all.
Well, I'm assuming we know exactly what Sark are. They pop in our heads. But for the viewers out there that are unsure of the Sark.
Actually, I don't know. Would that pop in their heads, all that information? Or just some?
Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think we know everything.
I'm trying to show you something.
Yes.
Maybe you need to get out of that image.
But I would like the viewers to know, too.
Look at
kind of
those lovely gentlemen there with the sagging flesh and intestines wrapped around their legs.
Are they?
All right,
are they
looks like something I'd like to banish.
The Sark or Quephilim or that have, I guess we could say devolved.
Evolved or spoiled?
Yeah, they've lost it.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I remember these flayers.
They didn't take the loss of immortality very well.
Are those intestines wrapped around its hands and
yes,
spilling
those are someone's bowels. Yes.
Ah.
And also, if you look closely at his legs, his shins are covered in lovely faces.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't see that.
lovely. Yes.
Yes.
They're pretty rough characters.
I would imagine that is something I'd want to banish. So did I hear correctly that the master's last name is Bates? Is that correct?
He just kind of looks at you and goes, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right. He ran a bait shop.
Right.
Oh, he likes to fish.
Didn't he call it Master Bates? Is that what it was?
I thought it was more like a baiter. But
Right. More like a baiter.
Oh, he's a baiter.
Yes, a master baiter.
I think Finn is spilling into this game.
Maybe a little bit.
He's translating. No!
who am I?
All right.
I'm Finn. I'm Lancer. I'm Finn.
Man. Sorry. My natural state is pouring out. Anyway.
It's just that fictional leakage. Don't worry about it.
Right.
You just have these dreams about a place called Eberron. Don't know what's going on.
All right, so what else does Ramos say?
I mean, that's about it. So,
Okay, well, Sam will ask, what's your mission here?
oh, I'm just supposed to keep watch of the area as an undercover operative. You know, the state has various kind of outposts, safe houses, and undercover agents set on certain key worlds or key recursions.
And just to clarify, we're not supposed to blow your cover?
No.
Oh, okay.
So,
Got that, Samantha?
So you probably don't want to be
He's too
splashing
busy-
about Earth
Too
everywhere.
busy eating some other kind of candy she found there. But you'll ask, so to find Tom Mallard, you think we could just hang around here and he'll come in here? Is that what you think, to find him?
I mean, I haven't seen him, anytime soon. I mean, it's possible.
Where else? Do you know where else he likes to go to the ruins?
I do, because I've been keeping watch of the area of things that are happening. I have seen Mallard, has come in here and asked about the ruins, and I have heard, sort of get grapevine of sorts, a particular entrance to the ruins that he's been seeing around. So, I mean, I could take you guys there.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Save us a lot of time.
Well,
Can we get some of this soup to go?
Sure. I just got to shut down the place, and we can get going.
Yeah, just need to find some Tupperware containers. No problem.
Wow, are all agents of the estate as nice as you?
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't get to see very many agents anymore. It's a bad thing about being undercover. But if you are right, and Mallard and the Master are working together, and they're doing something with the ruins, do you tell her about the gospel?
Oh, yeah.
Lotans? Yeah, once you mention that, she's like, "Oh, well, if that's true and that's actually exists, then that's some serious business." The master could do some pretty bad things with that.
Yeah, we need to fix that.
So along our way, I assume there's a stall, and I buy like an adventurer's pack and toss it over to Sigurd and say, here's some torches and rope and stuff for us. In case we get into a bind. Oh, and there's food too. So there you go.
I wonder what you put in this item. This bag that you hold.
So yeah, she's gonna pack up everything. Can you give me 1 second?
I'm actually going to give over to her an item because I can't hold on to it.
A cipher?
I'll go ahead and to our host who's helping us out. Because on Earth I can have 4 ciphers. Everywhere else I can have 3.
Oh,
and so I had an extra when I translated.
Oh, yeah, because your focus changed and that
right.
You lost the ability.
Does that actually just disappear then?
Yeah, it could, unless you like hot potato it and jump it off of you real quick.
Right, I'm basically going to give it to her because it may be useful to her.
Well, I think what he's saying though is
when the translation happens, it just disappears.
Yeah, unless you gave it to somebody immediately, I think, and we didn't meet her immediately, so.
Can you give it a Zerk?
I just would have said it in the pantry.
Okay.
And yeah, so that it doesn't disappear. But I'll go ahead and tell her it's there. And there is a disguise module in the pantry that may be of use to you.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Extra ciphers are always useful.
True that.
Mark, did you say you have to go?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
No worries.
We can
Talk amongst yourselves. You can drink.
Yeah, we can role play.
Have a round of beers on you before I sit down the place.
Or we could take a quick potty break. Do we want to take a potty break?
Oh, sure. Might as well then. Might as well since he's gonna go. Yeah. All right, folks. If you're watching live, we'll be back in just 1 minute. So like Lancer was going in the game, so now Trip has to go in real life because he was so into character.
Right. Go drop some demons in the toilet, and we'll see you on the other side.
All right, we'll be right back, folks.
Oh, man.
Things are about to get very, very interesting.
Quite possibly. I do like these new sheets.
Right? Yeah, they're nice. They're nice.
This is definitely going to be a good thing. Just got to get everything updated onto them. My sheet for Ruck is like blank.
Oh man, I can't remember.
I guess
sorry.
I guess at the bonus, at least it didn't happen later.
True. Oh man, that would have been a pain in the ass. Actually, I can't quite recall. What focus did you pick for Ruck?
For Ruck, I did at least get that listed. The strange paradox that aspires to be post-human.
Ooh. I actually don't know what that is.
Basically, I have psychic powers, telekinesis, and stuff like that.
Of course.
Well,
nice.
Fits the theme.
Right? That's awesome.
Yeah. And I've been poking around at 7th Sea more.
Oh?
Yeah.
Learned anything new and exciting?
Picked up a pre-done adventure for it.
Oh.
Because with 7th Sea, they're doing a thing called the Explorers Society. And basically, think of it as like the DM's Guild, but for 7th Sea.
Okay. Makes sense.
So basically, anyone can put out materials for it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What are you doing with that?
For which? For 7th Sea?
Yeah, I just got the tail end of that.
Oh, yeah, I picked up a pre-done adventure for it because the folks for John Wick Productions, they've set up essentially a DM's Guild version thing for 7th Sea. So basically, independent people can publish and make money off of adventures and other items and stuff that they create for 7th Sea.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
And publish through the Explorers Society.
Awesome. Yeah, that seems
Yeah,
to be
folks, that's a game we're hopefully going to be playing here sometime.
It seems to be a growing trend in different games. Cypher System also has a kind of licensing deal where they just get a little cut in royalties, and you can make your own games.
Cool.
All right. I guess, all right, folks. Thank you for staying with us with a quick break. Now we're back into it.
Yep. We all drank beer and had to go pee.
Right.
So I quietly speak to Dorius, right? Dorius for a moment. I say, so Dorius, how am I doing? Am I fitting in just fine?
You're doing all right. Everything seems to be. Most here wouldn't notice. That anything is.
I am having fun, but there is this headless apparition that keeps bumping into me, over my right shoulder. Could you do something about that?
He isn't hurting anything.
All right.
You just have to work
Sam will look around like, what are these guys talking about?
You just have to work at shutting out the distractions. The ones that we'll find around here are going to be mostly harmless, and most of them will be quiet, or they won't even realize that you're noticing them.
Fair enough. Oh, look, your head. and the apparition wanders over towards where I pointed.
Sam will whisper to Sigurd, do you see this headless horseman they keep talking about?
No, but one of them is a silver-tongued savant, and I'm pretty sure the other is just sarcastic. So they could be just one big ploy on us.
You may be right.
All right, so
now that the spirits brought me to you to keep you out of trouble.
I just groan. I see dead people.
Oh, God.
But it's still better than seeing Twilight.
There you go.
Wait. That's awesome. But does Dorius really know about Twilight?
May God have mercy.
If so, Sam will say, "Oh, are you a try-hard too?"
It's like, no.
Are you team Jacob or Team Edward?
wow.
Totally Team Jacob, right? I can tell.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite memes ever. As the kid from Sixth Sense in the room, and it's like, I see dead people, but it's still better than seeing Twilight.
Sorry to all you twi-hearts out there.
We just lost somebody out there.
Hey,
Screw
I'm
you
saying
guys.
Sam is a fan, so she's going to gain them. The rest of you.
Oh, okay, yes.
I'll stop. I'll try to be nice. But I'm glad Mystery Science Theater is coming back.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God, yes.
That's right. I can't wait.
All right, so Marks, we're on our way with following her? Is that what we're doing?
Yep. Gonna go to the ruins. So,
alrighty.
the city of Shalmarn's built over lots of these ruins from the Quifilium. So, when you get to the ruin entrance, it's near the city center, and Ramus tells you that the locals here call it the Winged Arch. So, a lot of people around here know that this area, they believe this area at least leads to a much more expansive area of the subterranean tunnels. They haven't been really mapped or looted by adventurers yet. But apparently there's, some unspeakable dangers down there because no one who's went down has ever returned. So, keeps a lot of people from trying.
Well, those people also weren't us.
Very true, very true. As you kind of walk by it, this kind of very skinny, short, dirty guy kind of has his coins and says, a crown, please, for the sick and elderly.
I immediately take out a crown and walk to him and say, the blessings of the incarnation upon you, my son.
And he's kind of like, oh, thank you very much.
Sam will give him one too.
Oh, thank you.
Great. And then I put in another one and I say, tell me, my child, what do you know of these ruins, and have you seen anyone enter the ruins recently?
Okay, so he kind of pauses for a moment and he goes, well, I mean, I guess I did see some people.
Should I try a persuasion or something? Do I feel like...
I don't think it's going to be very hard. You did knock it down quite a bit with giving him lots of money.
Okay.
Although if you gave him another crown, it wouldn't hurt.
Right. Oh, what do I press now? Do I press a thing? I don't even know.
Do you have any skills that would be relevant?
Yeah. I mean, my special ability, I have persuading. So, yeah, definitely. So that makes it. It just knocks it down a level. It's just like a one step. I'm trained in persuading.
Okay.
So just roll. Just click the persuasion thing then. Nate, can you go over to the roll page?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, folks. Let's see. This is kind of our first time here trying out this cool new sheet.
Drum roll, please.
Oh wait, there's a. I don't even know what it is. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. Let me so when I do that,
if you roll it, it'll make a roll for you. Basically, if you have it under skills.
What's your character's?
I have it under special abilities though.
It should be under skills. That's why it probably won't do
it should. All right, sorry.
Or you can just do a normal roll. Roll.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll.
Okay. I know how this works now, or at least I think I do.
I sort of think I see.
You're looking at the action bar.
The action bar is where you can set your difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, for example, if it was a demanding 3 task, you could set it to demanding, and if I went and hit my exception attack.
Where's the action bar?
Oh, it's right below on the left side where your main stats will be located.
It's just below your stats on the left side.
I see.
It's the thing where you can set the difficulty.
Yeah,
it's a drop-down menu.
That's cool.
Success. I'm curious. Let me give this a go.
I'm not quite seeing it. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. Well, you can just do a normal roll then.
It's right under might, speed, and intellect on the left side. It's the next box underneath it.
Might, speed, intellect, and I have attacks.
Well, it should be above that. It should be right below might, speed, intellect.
Special abilities, skills, might, skills, speed, skills, intellect.
Oh no, above that. It'll be right above recovery rolls and damage track.
Just because we do have people watching, I'll recommend we can work more with the sheets later. We can work more with these sheets next week probably.
This is riveting stuff.
Yeah, I
here.
was just saying.
Yes.
Right? Exhilarating.
Like Mr. Marks, give him a difficulty level, and he can just roll a d20.
Just a standard
Well,
one. Well, it's a standard one. It gets knocked down to simple. So you just got to beat a 3 or higher on your d20.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
and even with it set at 0, I mean, it's going to show what the roll is. So if you click the thing, it'll say it. So
Did it?
and actually, if you look, it says right next to it, beats difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it tells you what difficulty you actually succeed at.
Right.
Right.
No, nothing came up for you, Trip. If you rolled something.
Okay, so I guess I just need to roll something on the sheet or something. I have no idea. I don't know.
You know how you did a roll last week, just using the regular roll 20 rolls. Just do that. Just roll d20.
Okay.
That's
Nothing.
how we're doing. That's how we're doing it the last 2 times.
Yeah. So all you need to do
3
is
or
just
higher.
3 or higher.
Yep.
Oh, so you don't need to do that through. I see you added it through Google Hangout.
Okay, sorry.
You can just do it right on your roll 20 sheet. Or I mean, the roll 20 page itself. That's what I meant.
It wasn't doing it for me. Will somebody just roll for me?
Oh, yeah. Well, can we just take my persuasion roll instead and apply it to him?
How about I do this? So it's Lancer. I'll roll it for him.
Okay.
Sure, go.
There we go.
Victory.
I don't even see any skills. You don't have skills listed, do you?
He put it under special abilities and said, "We'll have to fix it later. Don't worry about it."
Oh, okay. Here, let's just try this button, see what happens. Let's just roll a 20-sided.
I'll just roll a 20-sided die.
All right,
There
Mark
you
just
go.
did. There we go.
There you go.
13.
You're an amazing 13.
Lucky
All
I'm
right.
Number 13.
Fantastic.
So
Sounds
between your persuasion capabilities, I've been filming for 4 days. Everyone, just so you know. So my I'm exhausted and my English abilities are limited.
No worries.
So
We're in a magical realm. You can say it's the language of the land.
It's the language of the land. This is the maker's language. So he's very moved by the money you gave, and perhaps hoping you'll give him some more. And he tells you that that he did see a large group of adventurers recently enter through the winged arch. Now,
Adventurers.
I noticed them not because of the hoods they wore, which was hiding their features, but because of how they smelled. He says they smelled of blood and rot and sewage.
Well, Sigurd looks over at Adorius and pretty sure, gives him that look of, I think we know what we're walking into.
Would you say they smelled sarky?
What's Sarky?
Are you familiar with the sark?
And he's kind of, oh, yes. Or would you see one? What?
Oh, I don't know. I was just wondering if they sort of smelled like that.
Well, I've never smelled a Sark. I don't think I have, at least. You think they were
okay.
Sark?
Oh, well, that's good. I bet they smell really gross.
Yeah, they smell pretty gross.
Like blood, rot, and death.
All right. How many of these adventurers were there?
I don't really remember.
I give him a half a crown more.
Half a crown. Did you cut it in half with your teeth? Did you bite it?
I don't know. I assumed they're different.
He spits out half a crown. Like, where did that come
It was his gold tooth.
Yeah, I don't know if you can half a crown.
Oh, okay. Fine. I give him a full crown.
Was it like 5,
That was
10?
not sexual. Sorry.
What?
I don't think anyone was thinking it was.
I know, right?
Good.
Getting a little defensive there.
Yeah, I
We're
know,
not
right?
birthing a baby here. All right. Anyway,
Oh.
let's keep going.
It's like, well, it was dark. I don't quite remember, and I may have been tired or something, but there was at least 7 or more.
Okay.
I kind of ran away kind of fast. They scared me, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, they sound very scary. That was a smart move.
Well, thank you.
You're a very wise man.
Well, thank you. Crown, please.
Your turn, Samantha.
You spoiled him.
I know.
There
Well, how about
you go,
this?
pumping up his ego.
Yeah, that's what she does. She's nice to everybody. How about this? I'll give you another one on our way back.
Ow!
Oh, thank you. I don't know if you'll come back, but okay.
No, she's gonna come back. Hopefully, as long as they don't die, we're gonna come back.
You mean you're gonna go down there?
I have a bad feeling that we are.
You just kind of go,
Yes, we are.
I don't know if that's a good idea, but okay. If you want to give me a crown now, I'd really appreciate it.
I give him another crown and I say, forget that you ever saw us if anybody asks.
Is there any other information you can give us that would make our survival more likely, where we could give you another crown later?
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about the ruins. I wouldn't go down there. All I can really tell you is, if you want good beer, go to Lamb's Blood Tap. Goodbye.
Oh, we just came from there. Oh, okay, bye. I guess he's already running away.
He runs away and he's got like a sign that says Ram's Blood Tavern and he's like spinning it. It's his day job. He's like, suckers.
No, that's just where he's gonna go. Spend all the crowns we just gave him.
Of course.
Ramus just shakes his head and goes, "It's gonna be so disappointed when he finds out I closed down the tavern."
Well, I'm sure he'll be waiting for you when you come back.
That's probably where he went to go spend those coins. Actually, Sigurd will go ahead and ask everyone within the group, do you think it would be sacrilegious if, by chance, we defeat all these Sark and then pose them in hilarious sceneries?
You want to do like a skit with dead people?
Well, I see. Well, why not?
Wow, you guys have interesting forms of entertainment over here.
Wow. Yeah, that's very interesting, Sigurd. Let's put a pin in that.
I will not be recording that for my YouTube channel.
But at this, Dorius looks over. But I've seen what your people have done with the corpses in the museum. The ones who have stripped away the flesh and have it modeled on display.
Like a wax museum?
No, it was something, and I wish I could remember the exact thing that they did. This is a real thing.
I know. It's the display of the actual human body,
right. And I don't know if it's like they plasticized them or it's weird, but it's kind of creepy looking, honestly.
Sigurd is just horrified. He's like, my God, if you do that to other people, what do you do to your pets?
Yeah, it's called the Bodies, the exhibition, and yeah. I'm trying to remember who did it.
Oh, well, I'll make sure I never go to that museum. That sounds gross.
Ramus goes, this is really fascinating, but are we going to go down in the ruins?
What?
Yeah, come on, guys. Ramos has to get back and open her tavern again.
She kind of sips at some like an owl or a flagon or whatever. Yeah, not a flask, but like a flagon or something.
Flagon,
yeah. And she goes, well, if we're going to do this, let's do this.
All right.
Indeed.
Who's going to go first?
Well,
not me.
I think the big guy wants to lead the way.
I mean, unless anybody else is feeling adventurous, he will, stride forth.
No, that's fine.
Yes,
You can lead
please
the way.
do. I would like to walk right directly behind you the whole time.
I'm feeling very adventurous, and you can lead the way.
All right. Well, as you guys walk up to the winged arch, I'll read you this descriptive element of it. The arch appears to be part of a larger structure that curves up out of the ground before plunging back. Various segments of silvery metal and stone blocks compose the structure. And this material shudders ever so slightly if touched, and it seems as warm as human flesh. There's a litter of tiny, crude dolls, winged quifilium in form, deposited around the arch's exterior. The arch leads back into an enclosed area that contains a hole in the ground, and the odor of cinnamon and the sea emerges from the darkness. So this is like a hole that goes down what looks 10 feet-ish or so. Excuse me. The hole itself, diameter is 10 feet. It drops about 30 feet or so down.
The dolls adorning the outside, what do they look like again?
Like quifilium with wings.
Okay. And I guess this would be, perplexing to pretty much everyone in the party. The ground below smells of cinnamon and
The sea.
ocean water?
Yeah. You could do kind of a Ardeyn lore about if any of this would make sense to you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
What are you saying? We're gonna do some kind of check?
Yeah, it's like a
It'd be
intellect check.
Intelligence check. Difficulty?
Did those two do it? The guys from Ardeyn or all of us?
So you're supposed to. I think you get. I'll say that those two are from Ardeyn. You can do a difficulty check. One less. We're just gonna say this is like a standard check.
A standard check, so it's simple for me and for Sigurd.
Yep.
So what's the difficulty for us? For Sam?
It'd be difficulty 2 for everyone else. Difficulty 1 for them.
Failure!
Wow, glorious.
I was looking at mine when I looked at the failure, and I was like,
I got an 18.
This thing isn't rolling for me.
Really?
I'm just clicking the action thing. Is that what I do? That dice thing or something else?
Do you have a skill? You could click that.
Also,
or just click by intellect. In the
when
middle.
you add,
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, where is? How do I click on intellect? I don't know. Oh, I see now.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Oh.
Hey, there I go with my critical fails again. All right.
Wow.
Hey,
Holy crap!
I had a little time last time we played this.
read out screams GM intrusion.
Yeah. So I rolled an 18. I would think that something popped in my head.
So Sigurd and what little you know of Lancer, you guys believe you've heard around that these are supposed to be like winged, like the ancient quifilium were said to be, and they're offerings to keep whatever lies beneath, peaceful and quiet. So Jeff,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what would be a good intrusion for you in this scenario.
The old lady translates over. It's like, get off my tomb!
Yeah.
So
Last game.
What if one of them falls off? That there is protection, and one of them falls off, and then like dark smoke like circles around him like a curse.
Hey, don't give him ideas.
I hate to do this, but I don't have a lot of options. Well, yeah, I guess GM intrusion should be in the form. So
Ramos could just say, "Hey, we're all out of soup."
I guess. All right. So you reach down to grab one of those things to get a closer look and stuff, trying to figure out what it could be, and you're near the edge, and you start to slip and fall down into the corridor area. So make a roll to try to stop that. You get an XP point, and whoever else you want to have XP gets it.
But for one, I don't, right?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Never mind. GM of truth, but it's not a critical failure, right?
No, I just want to hand them out.
I'm being fair.
And we're okay with that.
So
you're getting XP.
I immediately, put my quarterstaff out within reach of Sam, and I say, "Grab on and steady yourself."
So what am I doing? A speed roll, a might roll? What am I doing?
It's going to be either speed or might. If you have balancing, that would help you.
I don't.
And we're going to just say this is demanding, so 3.
All right, so target number is a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Okay. Jeez, man.
These rolls I know. In this game, for some reason, it's always this game I roll so bad.
Can I make a roll since I put out my quarterstaff to try to grab her cape or whatever's behind her?
I have a cloak, on.
Her cloak. Just try to grab her to keep her from going down into whatever. Can I just make a wild speed roll?
It might be kind of hard, like a difficulty 4.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll it.
Sigurd, leap into action. Grab her.
I was going to say, since Sigurd was right in front of her, would he be able to, make a quick, "Oh, hey, where are you going?"
So why don't we both try to make a grab at her? I'm just going to go ahead and do just a base roll.
Also, Sigurd is trained in balancing, if that helps at all.
Okay, I did shit. I totally missed. I got a 3. So I missed.
That's so weird. Your rolls aren't coming up in the chat.
All right, but he's telling us what they are, so that's okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry about it.
It's
all right,
just interesting.
So Mark, Sigurd was asking if his balance helps him all.
I mean, it would help him. I don't know if it helps him catch you.
Yeah.
But since you're not the one off balance, so I guess it's
Right. I'm trying to think because none of my other really trained abilities would assist that much in this situation. So you know what? Let's exert some effort into this. How about it?
Oh, thank you.
What difficulty is this?
4.
It's a 4, so knock it down to a 3.
But you can do might.
And if you're trained in something that helps, then it drops it again. So.
All right. Let's see. Crap. I don't have my other trained abilities listed up here. I know it was. Let's see. Long distance running, balancing, jumping, also creating rudimentary tools and weapons. That might come in handy.
Nice.
Ooh, you can make a lathe. That'll help.
MacGyver.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jesus.
I just roll and see what happens.
Yeah, just roll a 3 difficulty.
All right, here we go.
Yes. Good job.
All right. You narrowly reach in to grab her just in time as she starts to fall down.
Well, that's
Slide
kind of
in there.
nifty.
Right?
Click the pink button and see if it actually applies the cost to your stat.
Click. That's weird. It made my. It doesn't appear to be working, but
okay. Well, it may.
But it might be because my character sheet is out of the browser as opposed to still in.
Or it may be that this is because you got to be a certain level subscriber to be able to enable the APIs.
Oh yeah.
Okay. True. All right. Well, hey, haha.
We'll say like, oh my goodness, thank you.
No problem. Just might want to watch your step.
Yes, I'm not used to this world.
Yeah, you were just still dazed, acclimating to this environment. That's what it was.
Yes. Picture the house back on Earth, except it's like that 24/7 here.
Oh, you mean that Tom Mallard's house that we were in?
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, so you guys All right, so you're able to rescue Sam before she tumbles down.
Good.
Into the hungry sharks.
Ramus is like, yeah, watch your step there.
Just to reiterate.
You're right.
Okay, so let me. Well, are you guys gonna try to go down there, or what we're gonna just do next?
Let's make our way down.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Well, we get out a couple torches and a lantern from the explorer's pack that I just bought on the way.
I think I had up there disappeared. It's so weird.
Marks, this is just a little side thing, but one of the ciphers that I have is a surveillance kit. Can I just say that in this world, I've got a big crow on my shoulder, or a crow that's following me around, so I can send the crow out to do some surveillance and come back to me.
Nice.
And then it talks in my ear.
I don't think you get a familiar.
Yeah, I don't know. If you get
Well,
that.
maybe it's a
cool.
one-shot thing, like if I really need some information. Unless you
I
want to
don't
give me
know.
okay, I guess a
Can you have like a
stone or-
spike spyglass?
I guess a stone then that I can stick somewhere and it will relay information back to me.
I don't know. There's a cipher does that. If you have like smartphone or something, I think they just don't translate across with you. Something that's doesn't have a.
Oh, okay.
equivalent.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a surveillance set. It's a cipher. It doesn't
Get a
change
little-
between.
You get a little
Okay.
tube thing, help you listen across between doors.
Oh, like one of those really old hearing aids people used to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 cans on a string. Fine,
You
forget
get
it.
that.
Let's
You
keep
get a little
going.
mirror thing on a stick so you can look underneath doors. and
Yeah,
stuff.
let's keep going.
Welcome
As
to
we-
the low-tech world.
Right. As we walk along, Lancer looks at this 2 cans on a string and tosses them over his shoulder.
Clink, 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 clink.
All right, so let me try to get something up for you real quick here.
Okay.
I hope this
Yeah.
doesn't.
So Sam also finds out that she cannot do any video recording on her phone, unfortunately, of this world.
That's too bad. I'm sure your fans would have loved it.
I know, right? Oh my God, they would have freaking gone crazy.
Well, maybe when we get back, we can reenact it.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. I've been wanting you to come on my channel.
Really? He's just sort of almost, in all holy crap, that could be famous. Remember your days of making his town much more wealthy.
Absolutely. We'll recreate exactly what happens here, unless we die, which hopefully won't happen.
Oh yeah, there's that. I almost forgot.
Yes, don't die.
Yeah, don't die.
So, did my iPhone stay with me? Because I could just take footage of this adventure on my iPhone and you can upload it to YouTube.
Nope, sorry.
I mean, it'll be pretty awesome special effects.
That's what I was trying to say, that her phone does not work in this land, unless you're saying the
Oh.
iPhone is so superior to other phones. Oh
yeah, I think it is. That's what Welt does for you.
One good thing about the iPhone is that it correlates to other universes.
Right.
It works.
Amazing. That's what you get with the iPhone 8.
That's right. Just
All right,
kidding.
so I put you guys on a new map. It's mostly black because you're just starting to explore, but you have to look around the bottom left.
Ooh, hello. Kafili ruins. Oh. We are here.
Is the thing that says side something?
Excellent.
Yeah, there's a side view. Up
Oh,
the
no,
top.
I see. Bottom left, you said? Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys want? I guess we should put your tokens there too, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm there.
I like tokens.
Lister's mate says he thought ham radios would work here in this world because he has a ham radio license.
If you guys could drag your characters down, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
Drag them down? Are they on the map?
I don't know. How did you do that?
But hey, I am here.
Is there any way that I'm actually in the wrong game? That's what I'm starting to wonder.
Oh shit! You're probably in the other stage.
That's
where you are.
And I think I've probably entered. Yeah, I've entered all my information on the wrong one. This is going to suck.
That's okay.
I thought
you can actually export.
That's actually easily fixable.
Yeah, you can export that and then import it into the new game.
The only reason I didn't say anything
move it over
was because
for
I
you.
thought Trip disconnected because I didn't see his avatar. He just
Yeah.
oh,
Well,
I'm
that
not
explains
sure
a
how
lot.
to import it then. Anyway. I'll just get out of this and come right back in.
Well, Marks, can you put our tokens in there? I don't. How do we do it?
Okay, just click and hold on the name of your character and drag it over onto the screen, and it'll drop your token.
that's what I did.
But you
it just
got to
put
do it where it's visible.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd just be lost in the darkness.
Unfortunately, it just tells me I am there.
Oh, it's grabbing the default token.
Yeah.
Aha!
Oh, is that what it is? It's
I had
just
to do
not
it.
assigned.
I did it from my character sheet actually, versus the bio and info. That's where I did it from.
Oh, really? Oh, from the bio and info. Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
That's cool. Now
You did it from bio and info?
Mm.
Yeah,
Look at how pop.
just go in there and, at least you'll be able to roll your dice, I guess. I don't know. I think I have to log out to be able to get you back in here, right? Wouldn't I be able to have to do that to export?
No, because you don't actually have to enter any of the games. So you could just pull up a separate browser page and ask it to basically import a character to the character vault to pull his character out.
Here, let me help you, Trip.
Okay.
You're like wandering around. No, stop.
Oh, sorry.
He's an old man. He gets lost.
The doddering old man.
Yeah!
He's like Mr. Magoo.
It's really dark around here. What's going on?
Come here, you demons! I'm going to dispel you. Yeah!
And Moses has joined the party.
Yeah, there we go.
So, folks, what happened is there was 2 strange games we had created on Roll20. And he was in the other one. Listeners mate had said in the chat, like maybe Trip is in Sharn in our D&D game. That's right.
Nice, yes.
All right.
Lancer's like, damn, this city is tall. I thought the skyscrapers in New York were big.
Seriously. All right.
So you guys climb down the rope to get down there. There's more of those dolls littered on the ground. There's also a foot or two of sediment kind of rubble down there, and you can't see it real well now because everybody's kind of blocking. But to the south, right below you, it looks like there could have been a quarter there, but it's totally blocked up with rubble and stuff. And there's a pathway going up north.
Oh, looks
So
like
we're heading north.
yeah.
Seems
like
that way.
Oh, I don't
Yes.
have.
Is Ramus still with us?
Yeah, I just saw that. Let me grab my "You Are Here" token.
She is here. Perfect.
Is she there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see her.
I have control.
I couldn't see her very well for some reason.
Wait. Jeff will get this. I am now assuming control.
Wait a minute. What is that?
It's in a series of games that just recently released another.
Mass Effect.
Yes.
Oh my god! What? Because I've been playing that every day, actually.
Right. The Andromeda is actually really good. I liked it.
Oh yeah, that's a line in there, right?
In Mass Effect 2 with I can never remember the name, but basically one of the big heads of the collectors.
Oh, okay. Gotcha,
Yeah.
All right, so who wants to go first?
Sam first, last. Ramos. What is her specialty? Like, what is she? A vector? Is she a spinner?
Well, they don't really use those terms.
Okay. Well, what is she? Oh, she'll ask her like, what does she do? What does she specialize in?
Kicking ass.
I'm good at spinning a good tail and getting in places I need to get, and getting information from people and such.
Oh, me too, and Lancer too. Cool.
Interesting.
Perfect. It's like the tricycle we never wanted.
It's really interesting. So your spinning tool is telling people that you're from Earth. Is that your opening line?
Apparently.
Yep.
She just kind of sighs and drinks a little more.
Hey, were you an expert the first time you came to a different world?
I guess we all have to start somewhere. It's all right. You guys will figure it out.
Speaking of starting somewhere, Sigurd takes a step forward.
Alrighty.
Yeah, her opening line at the bar is usually, "Hey, are you undercover too?"
Yep.
All right.
It's okay. People just assume she's drunk at that point.
They just assume that she's hitting on them.
Technically speaking, by the way, if you're not a recurrent, whatever, presumably translates, you're not going to know what the hell Earth is, right?
No, unless you travel, you probably don't know what Earth is.
Yeah. So
now, the people here know of the strange. It surrounds this entire world. There's things from the strange that try to get in. From time to time, they've had things attack before from the strange. So they know there's other places in theory out there and stuff. So a lot of people have the spark, but not very many people are quickened, if you will.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when you can walk to the edge of the world and see the strange.
Right.
Yeah. It's in their whole myth lore, if you will, if that exists. That's what the 7 rules and the 7 incarnations did. They were protecting the world from threats from the strange.
This is the greatest kingdom in the entire flat world.
Round world, it's crazy.
Right. No, it's clearly right here. The edge leads to nothing.
And next thing you know, we're going to end up on a flat world, riding on the back of 4 giant elephants, standing on the back of a turtle.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
As we walk along in more graceful terms, I say, "Oh, by the way, I know I mentioned I can banish demons, but first and second level is as high as I go. So if there's something truly awful, don't look at me."
Oh, we're totally looking at you.
Right. All right, I'll try to terrify it and see what happens.
Hey, if you manage that, that's some bragging rights.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I scared the crap out of a demon.
No big deal.
All right.
Daily job of a lawyer.
So as you go up north, they I don't know why I can't see the PC for some reason. Very strange. Anyway, so you have to. She's behind you guys, so
yeah, we can see her.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't see her on my screen.
That's funny. The GM is the only person that can see.
I dragged it down there.
How are you moving her then?
Did I move her?
Yeah. Oh, you're moving her.
Yeah.
Oh,
I put her on there, but I guess I could check and see what's going on here. Or no, I can't.
I don't worry about it. Nate can move her. Nate can just move her.
That's fine. All right. So anyway, Sigurd comes up there, and a few of you behind him that could see. You approach this doorway, and there's sort of a red haze inside, very thick red haze. And it's very difficult to see in there. And I don't know. What are you guys going to do?
Well, first off, I'm going to read this the chat message from Necrodius. It says, good pickup line. Hey, are you undercover too? Would you like to be?
Right.
Oh,
Under my covers.
That is actually pretty good.
Right.
What's
All right, so we see a red
Fantastic.
haze, you said, right?
Is there a certain odor coming off of this haze, or is it indistinguishable from the rest of the ruins?
it seems to be where maybe this as you get closer to it, the smell of cinnamon and sea salt it gets stronger.
I feel like some cinnamon toast crunch now.
That actually sounds delicious. I haven't eaten it.
So I'm trained in divine knowledge. Can I just take a random roll and see if there's, some kind of knowledge that I understand about this thing?
Sure.
Or is this, I don't know. I'm just randomly rolling.
Oh, I'm not the only one anymore.
That's weird. Okay. So
a cinnamon monster appears.
right.
Oh yeah.
Or is it like that cinnamon?
Oh yeah, he crashes through the wall like Kool-Aid Man. Perfect.
It could be like that cinnamon challenge that was on YouTube, and I could just take a big inhale and then just like.
Is that what the challenge was? You had to inhale cinnamon?
Well, you had to try and swallow a tablespoon of cinnamon.
Yeah,
Oh, is it like? I've never tried that. Is it really like?
Look it up. It's a big thing. Yeah, there was
really
a
hard to
whole
actually eat cinnamon.
YouTube challenge where people would stick and you can't. I mean, you put it in there, and then moments later, you just like, it bursts out of your mouth.
I don't advise anyone to do this.
Please, anyone watching this, we do not condone
such acts. Send us a video, and we will post it.
Sam will put on her YouTube channel.
Right.
This is a hard one to come up with intrusion for. I'm just gonna say, Lancer, you think about it and you're like, I think I heard something about this, being like really like some kind of like almost like divine, scent that is supposed to make you younger.
Yes. It's
that's what this must be. Yeah.
You could use it.
Right. It's like a fountain of youth. You should rub it all over your body and inhale deeply as we go through it.
Really? Well, I'm already
very confident in this too. He's just like, this is obviously what it is. Yes.
Right.
Well, I'm still really young, so I don't think I'll do that.
But let's see. Sigurd mulls over a few options. Obviously, he wants to believe Lancer. He wants to believe him more than anything else, but his danger sense in the back of his mind is telling him this might not be the best course of option. So he will.
I look at them all and use my terrifying presence and say, "No, what I say."
Wait, if you're so convinced, why aren't you the one going in there?
I'm waiting for Sigurd to go to his certain death. I mean, to be healed in all the ways of youth. I'm totally joking. Anyway.
Does our resident speaker of the dead possibly feel any nearby spirits he could commune with?
Well, it's not. I mean, I can look around, but to like to actually call a spirit, I need to know a name or have a token of the individual to be able to call them.
Okay, good. Because as a player, I'm just as ignorant as Sigurd in this occasion. So,
but I'll go ahead and look around at the dolls, see if maybe there's a token that I might be able to use.
Okay. And
I mean, depending, I don't know exactly what the dolls are, but if there was a token of an individual that was left, sort of like offerings for the dead if they were left behind in that manner.
Right. Well, what about the lovely tavern owner in the back? Would she be able to spin us a tale of fact rather than fiction?
Mark, are you still with us?
Yep. Now
Okay.
she just kind of shrugs and goes, "Well, I've never been down here, so I don't know. I've not heard what he's talking about, but I guess it's possible."
It's perfectly safe, and there are only good things in that room.
Well, He pats his chest and says, "Time for some fresh air."
Sam will say, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Don't worry, I do too. And then he just takes a couple steps forward into it.
Okay.
Sigurd is dead.
Oh God!
This is where it happens. The skin melts from your bones.
Just went Ark of the Covenant on me.
Oh, damn it.
Who knows?
So
Who knew that cinnamon could be so caustic?
he kind of goes in there, Sigurd does, and you almost can't even see him anymore as he walks in just a few feet. Sigurd, the haze of color of blood fills the whole chamber, and really can't see much further than a few feet in front of you. It does smell very strongly cinnamon, sea salt, and also something a little dank kind of underneath it too. So as you walk in, we're going to say like you're 1 square in or so.
Yeah.
So I need you to do a difficulty of 5 might defense roll.
Oh,
shit!
That's what I specialize in. Uh-huh.
Sam will be like, "It's a cinnamon tornado."
Now there's something you don't see every day.
Oh, really? So you mean like this is not normal for Ardeyn?
Oh,
No, not
did you already
cinnamon
do this? No, you haven't done it yet. Before you do that, do a difficulty 3 intellect-based roll.
Okay. I will expend 3 intellect just to lower it down to 2, just to hopefully get a better grasp of what I'm dealing with here.
Okay.
So, blink.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So
Success.
as you're breathing this in, nice and deep, because Lancer said it's healthy for you, right?
Right.
You do see barely visible, only a few feet in front of you, a glass kind of object. It's kind of like a glass art piece, maybe 3 feet high or so, and kind of looks like a crow's head of sorts. Now do your difficulty 5 might check.
Okay. I'll exert a couple might to throw in some effort for that. And let's see.
Folks, if you're new to this, effort decreases the difficulty, so helps us players.
Yeah.
But we have to use that from our pools of like might, speed, or intellect points.
Now, if I'm trained in might defense, does that lower it?
Yeah.
The difficulty?
Yeah. If you're trained in might defense.
Oh, okay.
So that takes 1 step down, and then if you spend the 3, to do 1 effort, it's another step down.
Right.
So you would go to 3.
Okay. Sweet.
3 wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
12 or greater, right? No, 2, 3, 6.
Success!
No, that 9. Yay!
Oh, you just got
Wow,
it. Just barely.
Just barely.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Wow.
So you could tell that this healthy, long life, living air is making you very sleepy. You're kind of like trying to fight off nodding off.
Of course.
And you feel like between, like when you looked and saw that glass head thing, you kind of hear a hissing sound coming from it. A crow's head.
Interesting. Well, and so this is a glass crow's head just hanging midair?
No, it's sitting on the ground a few feet in front of you.
Okay.
Now, can we see
3 feet
him at
high,
all?
kind of crow head.
Can we see him at all or no?
do an intellect check of 3 and see if you're nearby the opening.
Okay.
I think we're all kind of peering in.
Difficulty 3, you said?
Yep.
Oh my god! I fucking finally got a critical there.
A major effect.
Oh, major effect! Major effect! We both did.
2 major effects.
What the heck?
Oh, the tables have turned.
That's just,
And I don't know what I'm looking at. What?
Like what?
it just looks like red murk to me.
I think he's looking healthier.
Looks like a fountain of youth. I can't
swear.
wait to get in
His
there.
wrinkles are disappearing right before me.
Why am I tired?
So, what is Sam and Dorius with our 20 see?
You guys see Sigurd kind of like start to stagger a little bit, like something's affecting him, and you do see some kind of glass object that's in front of him by a few feet.
Well, I think maybe we better send the spirits to break that thing.
Good idea.
Is that
Can you do that?
That's what I would be thinking needs to be done. And if I can make out the thing clear enough to attack it, I will.
Yeah, you do. If you're critical, you see it.
Okay. So what's the difficulty to have? Because I basically can summon the spirits to strike at a target.
Let's say because of the haze, a 3. Difficulty 3.
Okay.
Apply an effort.
Oop, okay. Oh, that'll do it.
Nice.
Sweet. So describe this to us. What happens?
So he gestures out at the statue there on the ground, and dark hands seem to materialize out of it and start slashing at it.
No, cool.
Fade away.
All right.
Nothing like a good ethereal karate chop.
So you guys see that, and it slashes and then shatters the crow's head. All right. And
Nice work.
As soon as it does that, the red haze starts fading away.
What have you done, my youth? And I start staggering into the room to try to grasp at the fading away cinnamon.
What?
Not you!
Oh, he's doing-
Kevin, I'm older than ever.
While he's doing that, Sam will run up and be like, Sigurd, are you okay? You seem to be getting sleepy. Were you watching C-SPAN?
Well, if that is indeed some sort of god of sleep, yes.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Days of our lives. General hospital.
I chuckle and say, "Oh, Earth jokes."
Okay. So it starts fading away pretty quickly, actually, and
In the live chat, by the way, listeners mate says sometime we should visit the Muppets in the Strange.
I think so.
Sure.
And
that was from Lister's
Yeah,
Mate?
and Necrotius agrees. He said in the chat that would be a good idea.
If either of you get the chance to go to the Disney MGM studios,
Yep.
I don't know if it's still there, but there was a soundstage that you could go to in Disney MGM where when you actually went into it, you were inside the Muppets theater. Muppet show.
I was just there in the
Nice.
fall. I'm trying to remember it. They may have taken it out. I don't.
And you
Not
could
sure.
you could sit down and watch a show basically in the Muppets theater, complete with the old guys up in the box behind heckling through the whole thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be
that's what I'd call medium. Oh, what's that? Well, it wasn't well done or rare.
that'd be pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
It was really cool.
So I'm having trouble. Unless you guys know. I wonder why it's doing this. But
Oh, Matt Drake just joined us in the chat, and without knowing what's going on, he just says, kill them all.
We're trying.
Well said.
All right. So
You
anyway,
have trouble revealing the map?
I'm having trouble like putting a token on there. So we'll just imagine that there's something, at the far middle top, and it looks like sort of like this. As if sort of the red haze fades and you can start to see more visibly throughout this large chamber. Something starts to move at the far end, kind of rise up, and it looks kind of like this.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Okay, just to throw this out there, my favorite head is obviously the one at the bottom right who looks totally uncomfortable.
Right.
I just want to go home.
Is he pain or is he having an orgasm? I don't know which one.
Constipation.
Yes. The constipated one.
So the only difference between this is that there's two heads that are Sark heads that are on it.
Oh.
And it kind of rises up. Looks like it maybe had been asleep. And the heads start to talk like, who are you? How did you get here? What happened? Did you do this? And some of the human heads are saying that. And then the Sark heads are going, I think you should kill them. Yes, kill them.
Hold on.
How many heads total are there?
6
like in the drawing or no?
Yeah. But 2 of them are Sark.
Okay.
Do you even know what this red mist does to people?
Are you asking the Hydra that or us?
Yes.
And one head's like, what? I don't know. It made us tired. And the other Sark's like, I think you should kill him. Kill him. And another one's going like, he's like, why did you do this? Did you put this in here?
All right, well, Sam would be like, oh, greetings. No need to kill us. We are just friendly adventurers exploring. Who might you be?
All right, so do a persuasion roll.
Difficulty?
6.
All right,
Well,
now,
I
since
mean-
I already put the persuasion my specialization in, it should apply it, I would think, right? Automatically?
Yes, it does. I checked it. It does. That's what when I rolled Strange Lore earlier, I was looking to see if it applied it. Yeah, see, it did the -2 in there.
Oh, I did. I didn't. I just missed it though.
Yeah,
Barely.
and I'm immediately going to jump in here too, and with persuasion, and I say, damn it. The only thing is this makes no sense. Have I figured out what really went on, or am I still under the delusion that this is wonderful? I kind of feel like I should have figured it out now, but I can't really persuade this guy the way I want to unless I know what's going
you're
on.
kind of puzzled because you were pretty sure you were right about what this stuff was.
Okay,
He's
that's
questioning whole belief.
that's fine. That's fine. Then I just say now calm down just a moment. We're here to help out. We were just trying to find this fountain of youth, and it just disappeared, and I don't know what's going on. And I just try persuasion.
Well, we're really gonna confuse it at least.
but I try. I add efforts, and then I'm trained in persuasion, so that should take it down to a 4.
Yep.
So I need a 12 or better. Mine's not set up at all, but let me just see if I get a 12 or better.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, we both missed it by
So
one.
close, both of you.
In the chat, by the way, Lister's mate had said, "Look, oh my god, it's the Obsabatron from Doctor Who." I don't know what that is. And Let's see here. Madrick says, "Oh no, it's a who's on first situation." I guess with the different heads talking to each other.
No.
So we're doing some spinning and failing.
We're almost succeeding. Real close.
Which only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Do you have any hand grenades on you?
So it's.
I do actually. I've got a grenade cipher that's a creature.
So the heads are like, what are they babbling about? I don't know. And then the Sark heads are like, I said, you should kill him. Aren't you hungry? I'm hungry. Kill him. And one of the other heads is like, okay, you got one more chance. Tell us what's happening here, or we're gonna dine on you.
Okay. Wait. Do we know anything about this Hydra? Any information?
You can do Ardeyn lore roll.
Well,
I have biology.
Difficulty?
That might actually work. Sigurd
difficulty?
wouldn't be the oh.
I'm sorry, what?
What's the difficulty of the roll?
The
lore
about them. So I'm gonna say, like, if you're one of the people that's from here, then a standard difficulty 2. If you're not, then difficulty 3.
Nice!
Oh, another critical!
Wow. All right. Major effect.
I wish I had that on my persuasion roll, because then I could have done really awesome stuff with it.
Right.
Amazing stuff with it then. Damn it.
Yeah, it's too bad.
It's okay. Constipated head is not impressed.
So that the Hydra is a predator of 5 or more heads. The legend says the very first Hydra was formed when a group of human sorcerers who served Lotan were slain, and their severed heads were thrown into a cursed well. Some thread of evil magic remained in those heads, binding the souls together in a form of hideous life, which crawled back out 3 days later as a Hydra. They scavenge for food like regular beasts, but their favorite fare is human flesh, except for the head. Heads without merit are left to rot, but those with useful bits of knowledge or skill are incorporated onto a Hydra. At first, such heads will beg or plead for release, but eventually it seems to find peace as part of the collective and becomes eager to sample new flesh of any other head. And there are various Hydras, and some people believe the first Hydra still may exist somewhere.
And did you say they were sorcerers? They were formed from sorcerers?
The original one was.
That's what legend says originally. The original one, yeah.
And wait, sorcerers, they something went wrong or something? Or they got killed?
No, they were servants of Lotan. And were killed, and their heads thrown into a cursed well, and they got together and climbed back out.
Okay. So the Hydra, once you become part of the Hydra, do they like being part of the Hydra usually, or do they want to like escape?
Not at first. They're generally feeling when they first become part of the Hydra, they are not having a good time.
They're just slightly bummed. Oh, damn it!
But then they kind of get assimilated into it,
right?
Yeah.
If you thought being a Siamese twin was hard, think about being a Hydra.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Guys,
I mean, dating sucks.
Oh God, yeah, dude.
Could you imagine being on Tinder and being like, "Oh"? Always get skipped.
No, you just gotta take a really nice profile pic, kind of downward angle, just one head.
Right. One head, the other 6 behind.
Great at multitasking.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, guys, one thing I was thinking possibly to spin identity is something that they might. I mean, I don't know if we could spin identity that we're sorcerers and we can free them somehow. But I don't know if they're already assimilated. They don't really want to be freed.
Yeah, they seem pretty on the at least the Sarkheads are all on the murder spree.
I mean, or I could spin identity that we're powerful sorcerers and we'll kill them, and then Trip can terrify them into believing that or something maybe.
I mean, I wish I could say something, but I don't think I should because I'm still convinced that this was all good and something went really awry. So.
Well, you know the Hydra's not good.
The Hydra.
Yeah, you know the Hydras are bad.
Right. Right.
I mean,
Well, I'll go ahead
as far
and
as you
say
know, the
it.
Hydra ruined this great.
I mean, clearly, I think that the Hydra was actually asleep in this chamber, and we actually inadvertently saved it, you know.
Yeah, it had been conked out by the red
So, I mean,
mist or
you
whatever.
could try the truth that, you know, we actually rescued it. But
by the same token, we don't really want to let this thing go wandering around.
probably not.
True. I mean, on the other hand, it could just feast on regular animals. But
Yeah,
that's
but it
not a
likes
given.
people.
Yeah.
It likes the Soylent Green.
Yeah.
It also really likes smart people, too.
Yeah.
Who's the smartest?
Mhm.
Dorius.
Well, obviously,
This is why Dorius is like, we can't let this survive.
I don't know. No, I think Dorius has me beat in the intellect realm. Just kidding. No, we don't want either of our heads on that thing.
No.
Right.
Well, what if we tell it? Yeah, we rescued and woke you up, and we're here to find you some delicious food. There's a bunch of adventurers who went in ahead of us. We're gonna bring those back for you.
That's
Wow.
a good idea. I like
I'm not saying we're really gonna do that, but that's what we would tell it.
You can try. You're a spinner.
I like the idea. I say we should go with it.
Okay. I guess I don't know if I would really need to spin identity then, right? I would just kind of do a persuasion for that.
I think so.
It's going to be against level 6.
Am I able to, being that I'm a spinner too, I mean, I'm just asking, can I interject little things as he's saying stuff to try to boost up his, you know, if I apply effort myself to
Like
what
an
he's
assist.
saying,
Yeah.
can I do an assist? I have no idea.
I have this weird feeling that the conversation would go, Samantha starts off, well, you see, we're adventurers, and then Lancer pops his head and, yeah,
Something like that. I'm just wondering if I can put in an assist and if we can get it down to a level, 3.
I know there's certain abilities that can do that. I don't know if you can do it.
I mean, I'm told since I already knock it down, I can knock it down 2 with persuasion. I'm okay. I can spend effort to knock it down to a 3.
There you go. That's cool. Never mind.
Okay.
All right. So I haven't, guys. What I did is I put where it says roll effort. I put 1. Is that what I do?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Success!
Yeah.
Woo.
There we go.
I'm sorry. What were you going to try to convince again? Oh, that you're going to go get the adventures or
So I
something?
was saying that yes, we're just here. We freed you from this deep sleep, and we're going to these other adventurers that went by. We're going to come get them, so you have some delicious food to eat. They were extremely tasty looking. Some of the most tasty looking humans we've ever seen.
Yes, very meaty.
Oh yeah, real fat.
It's like, interesting. I think we did encounter them. It's tempting offer. All right. Well, you can go through either door, either to the north or to the. Let me show it to you guys.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yep. They're there. North or east?
By the way, Madrak had suggested we break into show tunes, and let's just make sure he could play his violin.
Sounds good. I sing along, and in the lyrics, I say they oh yes, my mouth is watering. They smell like honey baked ham and bacon.
And they said, well, because those Crinimals did not put us to sleep. I don't know which way they went, but probably east.
No fear, we will find them. Which way you guys want to go?
Well, we could probably check east.
Yeah.
Is anyone good at tracking anything?
Oh, actually, Sigurd is trained in
Not
tracking.
me.
All right, go for it, Sigurd.
Excellent. What
Dory should just track dead people.
Right.
Actually, yes.
Reaching tier 2, then I can do some pretty interesting things.
Excellent.
There you go. Lancer
That's
looks
when I
on
can
the
actually
ground.
have a spirit ally.
Ah, very nice. Lancer looks on the ground, and the 2 cans with string have fallen down here, and picks them up and say, "Will this help?" 2 cans on a string.
Actually, he takes one. He says, "How does this work?"
Oh, Sam will ask, is that how you communicated when you were a kid?
Sure. Yes. Yes, I used to put one in the rectory of the priest, and I say, "You have sinned. Confess your sins."
Oh, that must have really scared him.
It was more like, "Confess your sins."
Let's see. Okay, so in order to, I guess, find some semblance of a track, what would be the difficulty of that?
Come on, there's cinnamon dust everywhere.
Maybe they left footprints.
I'd say like a difficulty 4.
Let's see. Would it be based on? I assume intellect.
Yeah.
Okay. So being trained in tracking would knock that down to 3, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and expend some more intellect to drop it down to 2 and give it our best go.
All right.
Success!
Nice.
Wow! Again,
Right
we're
on
just
the
barely
edge.
beating it.
So the north door is like a stone door set on heavy metal hinges. You do see on front of it, you see a thin layer of you see that the door was open not too long ago, like it kind of like how it's kind of scraped on the ground. But you also do see some recent signs, a little bit of footprints you can tell in the dirt, also going east.
Also going east. Interesting. Well,
They committed the cardinal sin.
Yep, they split the party up. Well.
Oh yes, my game master tells us never to do that when we're playing D&D.
Game master, is that some sort of Olympian sport?
That'll take too long to explain. I'll tell you later. We can play on my YouTube channel. That can be another thing we do.
Well, you know what? Sigurd will relay this information to the rest of the group and I guess gather a consensus.
So there was footsteps going both ways, or footprints?
Well, the door to the north had obviously been recently used, but there's also footprints heading to the east.
I'm thinking the footprints.
Footprints?
What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's go with footprints.
I'm sure.
Footprints it is.
Yeah. By the way, Madra just came up with a great way to thwart the Hydra. Give it a riddle to solve it, and they'll just argue amongst themselves all the time.
That's a good idea. No, that is a really good idea once we come back without humans to feed them.
Yeah.
All right.
Which room did we leave the humans in for you to eat? Argue, 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 argue.
Actually, before they leave, he'll puzzle them with a possible equation, whether it may be true or not. You know what rhymes with orange? Purple, because they both rhyme with nothing.
What?
But what about Nurple? Just kidding.
I think we were talking about that last week.
Yeah, Purple Nurple. That's right. I know what it was. I had to ask.
It was a very bad titty twister.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so Mark, I guess we're going to the east.
All right, so you go east.
To the east, to the east. All your bags of holding to the east.
All right. Just making sure I can. How much should I reveal to you guys here?
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. This looks.
Dangerous.
I'm curious. What happened here?
What happened where?
Like, what's going on with the stairs there?
Let me read this description to you. Whoops. All right.
Speaking of purple nurples.
The corridor opens into a truly vast subterranean cavity. It's difficult to judge how big because it's dark as far as your eyes can pierce to the left and right, above and below. A free-hanging stair pokes out into the cavity from the corridor's exit, descending about 30 feet before ending with jagged shards, indication of a past cataclysm. A second broken stair segment is visible farther down. A rope ladder connects the two ends of the shattered stair. A spectral light clings to the intact stair segments, which reflects off a couple of free-floating silver spheres hanging in the void nearby. You see a figure stands at the top of the rope ladder, and 3 figures stand at the bottom. So, all right. So let me get these figures here. Hopefully this works. Oh, man. Why can I not?
They're back.
It should work. Man. You seen anything? No.
I saw a Sark.
Yeah, I see a Sark. This would pop up with a Sark.
Why can't I? I guess because I don't have them listed as a token, I guess. That's annoying.
Well, we are pretty much right at 8, so I don't know if you just want to describe what's there and then leave us on a cliffhanger.
All right. So, Sarks. So you see a Sark. So the figures are Sarks with bows. So one is standing there at one figure stands at the top of the rope ladder, and 3 figures stand at the bottom. And you see them kind of get the attention as they see you guys start walking out, and they start drawing their bows.
Okay.
Shnikes.
Well, we close that door and go the other way.
In fact, there seems to be a lack of a room to loot.
Yeah, let me get just side view here too to help out a little bit.
I wouldn't mind a side view.
And is the rope ladder all kooky like that, going up and down all over the place, or?
Well, look at the side view.
That's my side.
Where is that?
Top
Up in
right.
the top right.
Aha.
It gives you a better
So
idea.
it's going down at different angles?
Yeah. Yeah,
Gotcha.
so it goes down, and then there's a rope ladder in the middle there, kind of filling in the gap from whatever happened, and then it goes down further. And then there's just 2 spears just kind of hanging there in the air.
So the things that the rope ladder is joining, what is that, just a walkway?
It's a rope ladder.
So there's the walkway that goes to a rope ladder that drops down to the lower section.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are walkways in between it.
These used to be stairs that connected. Something happened in the past that broke it in the middle, and now there's a rope ladder between them.
Gotcha. All right.
So
Explosions.
Before we completely close this out, of course, you may need to research this too. I'm just wondering, with one of my powers as channels the divine, it's basically banishing demons or other evil type. Let me see exactly what it says. So banishing demon spirits, inimical strangers, or similar creatures, like level 1.
No,
or
sure
I think I can do 2. And I'm just wondering if that would fit what this is. I feel like I should know, or not really?
Not necessarily, no.
So probably not a demon type creature, or
Yeah, demons are like spirits. See that afterlife in there? And those are spirits that get corrupted and turn into creatures.
Okay,
they get grabbed by Lotan and corrupted and turn into demons. The spirits.
All right. I was just trying to figure out what my next move might be. Okay, cool. Scratch that. Cool.
But a good thought.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
In the chat, by the way, when I was talking about Sam playing D&D, Necroti says, "Wait, so is that how it works? Jeff's character in this game plays D&D as the character in your D&D game, so it's a game within a game." Yeah, I don't know.
Gameception.
Yeah,
It's trippy.
it is very trippy.
Right.
The strange.
Sam's actually playing Kalina.
Yes, Sam is actually playing as Kalina.
Well, but Sam actually also plays Jeff in this world.
Right, in the world we're in right now.
Right.
Yeah. Jeff is quickened, and he can actually travel, and he turns into Sam and all the other characters.
It explains everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And viewers, you're NPCs because, you know.
Yeah. You guys don't have the spark, sorry. Oh well.
But if you want to be PCs, you can donate to our Patreon page. Great segue, guys. Thanks.
There you go.
And no, seriously though, you can, if you do want to join our game and play with us, this game or D&D or any of the other stuff we do, the one shots, you can pledge on a Patreon, and you can also come up with NPC characters as well, if you like. And you go to supergeekedup.com to find the links to that.
Indeed, folks, the sky's the limit for just a small donation to keep us going.
Yes, thank you very much. And actually, one of our supporters, Craig, actually played a bunch of the Star Wars shows with us, and we had a lot of fun. He was playing a Wookiee Jedi, so.
Oh, Wookiee Jedi.
Awesome!
Yeah.
It
was good.
Because if they donate a certain amount of money, they can be a player, right? Or they
Exactly.
They can also suggest a recursion that we go to, or pick us recursion.
Right. Yeah, I have to put that up too, right? So different levels that you can suggest different worlds, like the Muppets, for example, that listeners may suggest it today.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Those may be just one-shot episodes, but we'll see.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you do that for Dungeons and Dragons as well. Well, not recursion, you can't suggest that, but different stuff for D&D.
We want a puppet episode of Eberron.
Don't ask for that.
Or you just
might get it, and it won't be a good thing.
The beings of Delcor have arrived! No!
You can suggest things that can happen when we utterly fail, like Lancer did earlier.
Oh, that's what I need to do is open up that GM intrusion to the chat room audience. See
That's either a great idea or a terrible idea because of what they're coming up with.
It might not be a good idea for you guys, but
yeah, great for you as the GM.
All right, cool. So you guys are getting deep into the ruins and now we've encountered some threats. So,
oh, good. I love going.
Until next time.
All right. And next time for this game, folks, will be 2 weeks from now. But we will be back next week to play some Dungeons and Dragons, which we were talking about. I don't know. I keep these games are melting together for me, so I always lose track of where we are in each one. But
that's why there's that's why there's the notes so that you can look back and see.
That's why. Oh, another good segue. You go to supergeekedup.com and read all the backstory stuff and all the synopses, which I got to get the latest one. Sam sent.
Well, I need to get it sent.
Well, no, but you did send one that I haven't got up yet, so I got to get that one up.
Yeah.
And we'll have these synopses soon for this game as well. Now that we've got a couple under our belt. But again, there's a lot of character stuff up there. If you want to go read that, there's some really cool stuff. Actually, like all of us, I think that does a lot of cool stuff for the character development. So if you want to go read that, I think it's cool, helping understand more about what's going on about our characters. If you want to have some nightmares, read about Lancer.
Yes.
This character's dark, man.
Very much so. Why do you think he has a terrifying presence? It's all that rage built up inside.
It was probably because he only had 2 cans of the phone growing up. He was so mad.
Right.
That he couldn't call anyone.
And that's why he always has to have the next iPhone. The next thing.
That makes sense. He's like, I will never not have the best communication device again. It's all coming together.
Yes.
It's all coming back to me now.
That's a good song. All right. Anyway, folks, let's give some links real quick. Trip, where can people find you?
Oh, sure. So have fun steampunk web series. You can check it out at leagueofsteam.com or just League of Steam on YouTube. Or I also have a fun action web series called The Division. You can check it out at What is the Division? There you go.
.com.
That's all for me.
Excellent.
What is the division?
Yes.
I know what it is because I love that show. It's great.
Aw.
Nate.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Eric. On many different social media platforms, I am known as Uncle Muffles, and I am very open to having a great old time, and if you decide to hit me up for either voice acting, voiceovers, narrating, etc., 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 and also playing some lovely games such as League of Legends. And obviously, you can find me here with this amazing group of guys at Super Geeked Up.
All right, thank you. Unlike me, you'll actually understand his League of Legends jokes. Right.
All I heard is he likes to play games and he's good with his mouth. That's all. Teasing.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Well, you're not wrong.
That was good.
For a good time, just call Uncle Muffle.
One of these days, I want to see that in a bathroom.
Oh, I've been writing it all over LA.
When you go to different festivals around the world, have you been writing it there too? I hope so.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, yes. It's in Italy and Ireland and Vancouver.
Awesome. Folks,
Wow.
let's take pictures of it. Send it to us if you find it.
Oh,
Don't do that. Okay, anyway, Marks, where can they find you?
you can find me at markspio.com, and you can also find me on Twitter over at Mr. Marks. Oh, and also the podcast I co-host with Julie, GenreTainment. You can find that over on Facebook by just looking up GenreTainment.
And Somnus.
You can find me here playing games and running the D&D for this crew.
Yes, absolutely. All right,
Thank
folks.
you for it.
Yes, and of course, supergeekedup.com is where you can find all the different shows. I think there's like 6 different shows now on the shows tab on the site. And we do. So it'd be great if you can go check that out. Also, if you are watching us live, thank you guys so much. You guys who are very loyal to us every week, we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
It means a lot. If you stick around here for the whole 3 hours we usually do this, that's a long time. So thank you. And if you have anybody else who you think might dig what we're doing, please tell them about our site or our YouTube channel and check it out. And it always helps us out a lot. All right, that's it. We'll see you Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for some Dungeons and Dragons. And then Marks and I, if you watch our DC Action Hour show, we're off for 2 weeks because we're at the end of April is when the shows that we talk about come back for new episodes. So we'll see you then for that. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and have fun adventuring, everybody. Bye.